so we will kill the music, and we should be up and good to go. So thank you for tuning in, those of you who are here. So we've had some... Oops. Should probably unmute my mic. All right. So at any rate, oops, mute that. Sorry, we were dealing with some technical difficulties on the game last night, and I think I've discovered what the issue was. It was two-parter. One was me, and the other was Skype. Part of it I obviously can't fix. So you may start to see, like Locke is doing right now, the Internet Tango, as his picture resizes occasionally.
Oh man, that sucks.
Yeah. That seems to be a side effect of a recent update to Skype. Between last game and this one, Skype updated, so that's where I started noticing that particular issue. The other issue, and this is so stupid, but I want to share it anyways. The other issue was I was doing some research. I was like, you know what? I know my computer is still halfway decent, so what the hell's up, there? So I put in my specs. I said, is this, and I basically put in Google, is this a good search string? Is this a decent unit to live stream with? And yeah, I got some responses back on forums. But one of the things that they noted, and I never would have thought to look here, was one guy said, it's like, well, are you having overheating issues? Well, yeah, I was having some overheating issues, but I got a fan up against it, and whatever. But then one guy mentioned on a forum, he says, I found my problem, found where the lagging was happening on my games, or so on and so forth. Apparently, in the BIOS of my particular computer, it has a switch that says auto for quote unquote turbo. Now, I don't know what the hell turbo is supposed to do, if it just causes my computer to overheat, but essentially what it does is it bumps the CPU speed up, and because it's doing that, then it causes my system to overheat, and then the system turns around and says, oh my god, I'm too hot, I need to throttle everything down. So then it causes weird things like the Skype crash, as you saw last night, and so on and so forth. So yeah, lots of fun. But I found out a lot.
So that's sounds like safe mode overclocking or something like that, man.
Yeah, basically, yeah. It's like we want to give you as much muscle as we can in safe mode, where there's almost nothing you can do except system scans.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So at any rate, if you are watching the stream, please forgive the minor technical glitches and whatnot. I will try to do what I can. If not, well then, whatever. We're still playing. If nothing else, we can always jump over to Google Hangouts like we did last night, and I'll just pull up a panel or a window so we can see it, and we should be good to go. But otherwise, the system is running fine. Nothing dropped. The adjustments I've made are working out great. So let's get the game. So, for those of you who weren't here, Locke.
For me.
Let's do a quick recap of what happened and kind of where we're at, and then we can pick it up from there. Somebody want to kick us off with a bit of a recap? That's what I call it.
Well, we were chased for a very long time by a helicopter shooting lots of bullets.
Assault helicopter.
Yes.
Assault helicopter.
With many bullets.
Not just a regular, not like a news helicopter. It was an assault helicopter.
This is military grade, yes.
That's bad, man.
It destroyed Rusty's car.
Yeah,
it did destroy it. It did offer some premium ventilation, though.
Yeah.
Wait. Did you say the vacation mobile?
No,
whose car?
No.
Okay, as long as that guy's okay, then that's all that matters, man.
No, that's still good.
That one's far from bulletproof. It's already got enough ventilation as it is.
Yeah, if they actually hadn't taken Rusty's car, there would have been some serious problems, because her car is actually armored.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we picked up some organs to transplant in another fixer. Jill proved to be indispensable as a driver.
Yep.
She was pretty amazing. we did the install of the organs, and Rusty is currently getting a new face
From your sister.
from your sister.
Oh, like Carlotta?
Yeah,
My
from
sister?
Carlotta.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in her
Yep.
shop right now.
Yeah,
Right
Rusty's going to look like Jane Mansfield. We met up.
There's no complaints there.
Yeah. We met up with the button man, Ravenswood, and he is going to set us up with a new underground layer. And also, he was the one that suggested that Rusty get a new face because
we finally told him what's going on.
And
Yeah.
we're in Ravenswood's pockets now, man.
No, it gets worse than that. We now owe him 10 grand.
Not by much. It's 10,000. You guys can make that up. It was just he wasn't going to let that go without it being an actual loan. But that, I mean, compared to the 100,000 you guys were trying to raise, that's a drop in the bucket.
Yeah, we got 90,000, and then we had to go to him for the last 10. So we have all of the money.
Yeah, Locke's got 10 grand in his couch, man. That's no problem.
Yeah.
Well, you made the problem. You fix it.
No big deal. All good.
So we found out that Biomedica owns Reconquista, and Ravenswood needs us to get back into Biomedica to prove the evidence of the cloning, what's going on. And I believe that's it for my notes. Also, Rusty has a possible job with Hellcat and Rex, but we'll get to that later.
Out of character too. We still Kat still needs to talk to Mac about communicating with
Rex.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I kind of
because I didn't hear that.
Yeah. I kind of figured since we had like some kind of downtime since Rusty's in the chair, I need to call Syntax, I need to call Alicia, and I need to talk to you about Rex, and we need to get Locke to us.
Mm-hmm.
So,
wait, where am I at?
I don't know, where are
in
you
the
at?
trunk.
You were doing
Still on
family
vacation.
stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
you actually.
That's what we said.
Yes, no, you actually were. Locke had another moment. Mom was making a homemade meal, but it was for family specifically at this point. So it was just literally it was happy but boring. All you really did is you went over, you had a meal, and you had you unplugged your brain for a bit and didn't have anything to worry about.
Cool. I can dig that.
So I think that's where we're starting.
That is where we are starting. So at this point, Rusty is in the process of officially becoming Meredith, of how she envisions Meredith. I guess that includes voguing. So, a couple hours at this point go by. She is finally done. Thankfully, you weren't doing like extensive surgery, not like Repo the Genetic Opera sort of thing. Most of what you were doing was superficial, so it was changing like levels to your face, changing some certain characteristics or aspects or something to make it a little bit more in line with what you feel you would look like if you were James Mansfield.
Okay.
In the meantime,
I'm gonna call Syntax.
okay. So you hear a very tired voice pick up. Hi, hello.
Hey, hon, how you doing?
And then you see the visual comes on, and you see her picking her face off her keyboard.
Oh,
And she's like,
I'm
"Oh,
asleep.
Kat, hey, wait a minute. Do I have QWERTY on my face?"
You have a little more than QWERTY on your face.
Oh,
Are those Dorito bits?
no, it's the keyboard. It imprinted. Ugh. All right.
Well, hey, I have an update for you. We were able to get the money together, so we'll be able to take care of that.
Oh, that's awesome.
But that's the good news. The kind of good news, maybe not terrible news.
Okay.
But well, Rusty got a facelift. But like her whole face and hair and like eyes. So I'm just telling you now so that you can mentally prepare yourself before we get home, because I'm sure this is going to be a shock enough to her looking in the mirror. Okay. Having to look at your shocked face probably won't help. So just.
Okay, no, and you can see she's trying to wake up. It's like, okay, no, teamwork. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. She's being chased and whatnot. And thank you.
I mean, she looks great so far from what I've seen.
If she doesn't have a whole lot of bruising, can you guys find take a picture or something? Because I'm going to have to update her ID.
Yeah, we can do that. And I'm sure I'll I'll get an angle where you can Photoshop if you need to.
Photoshop? Pfft. That is so like 2000s.
Okay, look, I don't do tech stuff, okay? I do groundwork.
Yeah, you do. You really put your back into it.
Shut up. Shut up and get back to work.
So now that I'm awake, I got a lead.
Yeah.
So from what I can tell, and I had to be very careful in patching through to this, but from what I can tell, not our Dane, I don't know what we'd want to call him, but all he does is go to work, and he does his routine like he patrols. They've given him a different assignment though, from what I can tell. So he's patrolling different areas, and he has a different place that he goes to.
You mean like because he's not going back to the trash department?
Right.
So do you know where he's going? Do you have an address?
I did not. You guys got me working on a whole bunch of projects, so I wasn't able to patch in the street cameras.
I'm sorry, it's fine. I'm just asking.
No, I get it. I did, however, I got some media shots of the helicopter chase.
Oh.
The helicopter is military grade, so it means it's usually offered up only to high-end clients, so like people with really deep pockets, corporates, and military, because it tends to be expensive. And I can say that your buddy in the force is on the case.
How so?
Well, I mean, a helicopter's not allowed to just randomly fire on a vehicle, in the middle of the city.
I understand. Okay, I get what you're saying.
He's looking into it. I anonymously sent him a tip with the vehicle itself. I didn't have anything good to get a registry, but whoever whoever called the helicopter out, I have a sinking suspicion it was tied to the job that you were doing, not what we're involved in. Because when it lost sight of you, it actually left the city.
Okay, well, I mean that's good anyway. Should I expect him to be contacting me? Does he know that I was involved in that?
I don't think so. Should he? I don't think so.
I don't know. I mean, things happen in the city and they get taken care of for me, and I don't know how that happens sometimes. So.
I don't think he's doing it. He didn't seem all that happy with you.
Yeah, well, fuck him. All right. Anything else that I need to know?
That person who put I mean, we're pretty certain we know it came from Biomedica, but whoever's working for Biomedica is now looking for independent contractors.
Shit.
There's a lot of word out there right now, so I don't know. I obviously getting the money to, and I can't even believe I'm saying this, but yeah, getting it to the Forsaken. Assuming it takes care of the problem, we're going to be dealing with independent contractors at this point.
Well, at least it's down to independents and not groups.
Yeah, but somebody really wants Rusty, and I'm not okay with that. So I'm going to keep digging.
So something that I should update you on, since you were looking into it, about the house. The DA is going to be looking for a new place to put us up.
Okay, well, then I'll stop doing that then. That just frees me up.
No, yeah, just totally disregard that. We explained to him, Rusty told him her situation, and what she knows, and so he understands the gravity of that, and obviously, wants to try to work with her against that, and so to do that, we need to keep her safe. So he's going to try and find something that would be suitable for all of our needs for where we're at.
Oh. Okay. Wow. I need to get him a Christmas basket then.
Yeah, I think we all do.
Is she okay? I mean, I know you guys have got her at some chop shop, I guess, but is she okay?
She's okay. I mean, she was fine. She was all for it. She seemed actually kind of excited when she was picking out her new features. So I think she's taking it well. And, having that knowledge that we have that money together and we're able to pull that together quickly, I think that's helped too. And I think it just helps that she knows that we're there as much as she's been there. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right.
So I think she's okay. I think she's just really worried about what you're going to say and how you're going to react when she comes home.
And thank you for the heads up, because the last thing I'd want to do is me being supportive and, having a bitter beer face or something weird. I mean, it wouldn't go over well.
Right. So
do you have anything else?
And
where's Jill? The house has been unusually quiet today.
Jill's with us.
She is?
Well, after that helicopter fiasco, we needed a way to get out, and we needed a driver, and she's quite the little driver. So, she's been driving.
Wow. Okay. And she's not
Girl's
using
got a thing
anything,
for
right?
speed. No, not that I can tell. I mean, she gets off on adrenaline, and I'm sure that she got plenty of it in that chase.
Yeah. Ooh, that's dangerous, though. But okay, I mean, if all right.
I mean, I'm keeping an eye on her. She's all right.
All right. Dane really hasn't done anything. He's gotten up and down a couple times, at least from what I've heard. So he sounds like he's okay.
Well, hopefully he's not moping.
Oh, hey, Rachel's in the chat. Hello, Rachel. Okay. Wow, this is a lot to unload.
Is Alicia at the house?
I don't know. Let me hold that thought real quick. And she, steps outside the door real fast. And she comes back in. Yeah, she is crashed on the couch. I think she probably got chip-faced. I see it. I see a container of mostly eaten chocolate chip ice cream.
Awesome. All right, I'll deal with that later. If she wakes up, tell her to call me, please.
All right. Yeah, I can do that.
Thanks.
You guys are bringing back Rusty's car, right?
Well, yeah, I don't. We haven't really got that far. We are on a fairly tight schedule tonight, so it may not be tonight, but I'm sure that's something she'll want to retrieve.
Okay.
How we're gonna get that back, I'm not sure.
Okay.
I guess I could have it towed out there. Be safer than trying to drive it.
Oh, yeah. No, I get what you're saying. Maybe wait till night.
Something. I mean, I doubt, like you said, if it's involved with that job, I doubt we're gonna have another helicopter chase. But it's a pretty beat to shit shot up car. So
Son of sheet.
Beat the sheet.
It's
problematic.
piece of sheet.
Mondo work.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, so I don't unfortunately have anything other than what I just shared. So, give everybody my love, I guess. I'll keep poking around and see what I can find out.
All right. Thanks, darling. We love you.
All right. Well, love you too.
Bye.
Click.
So since Alicia is just out, I'm not gonna bother trying to call her right now. So I'm gonna head back in and grab Mac.
Okay.
I'm just gonna grab you. Like,
We'll say Mac right now is trying his damnedest to get candy out of one of those quarter machines that you turn, except he doesn't have a coin, so he's really trying to see if he can jiggle it to make one fall out.
I'm just gonna go stick a quarter in for him. Here you go, buddy.
If I didn't know I might need it later, it'd be like, my grandpa.
Turns the gumball machine into a bomb. Holy shit.
Paper clip and the whole thing just unloads.
They just
Yeah.
fall on the floor.
Oh,
Hey,
thank
man.
you.
I didn't get a chance to do anything earlier, and we didn't really have time for it this morning. But when we were out at Night's Call, Rex wants to set up a chat with you. I think about your missing people,
About my missing people.
or the ones that were
Right.
in the accident. I'm sorry.
Right. Well, yeah, I'd appreciate that. It I have to be a little bit on edge, judging the fact that we aren't exactly the best of neighbors, but we're not exactly the worst, though, either.
I mean, I guess if you really need me to mediate, I can go, but I'm not sure how much will get done.
Right. No, that's fine. I'd like to work. I'd like to meet on neutral terms. Maybe not out there if possible.
We can just meet at the casino. I know he frequents it.
Okay. Be a much better place for me, and that way I don't feel. Because frankly, going out there. Luckily, I haven't personally had the experience with some of those guys that a couple of my clan has. A couple of the older, more experienced leaders, but my renown within my clan, I'm sure, has brushed on ears over there. So,
Well, I'm sure. I mean,
Yeah, and I just want to mind my P's and Q's as far as it goes right now.
At least
Yeah,
if we
that'd be fun.
do something at the casino, the rest of us can be there somewhere.
Right. That's absolutely fine.
So, let's get through this stuff tonight, and let's get the Forsaken paid off. And then we can either meet him before I head out there for the weekend or after.
I can't help it as you catch up on some of the chat.
Get over to it.
I'll get the gumballs out one way or
Don't
another.
do that to Rex. He might like it.
When was the last? Well, it's only been a day since I've been home, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, it was this morning, right?
Yeah.
Game wise.
Yeah, actually it has. Yeah. This
So
all taking
what time
place
is
in the
it?
Same time frame.
Because I got there early. I got to the house early that morning.
It's got to be early afternoon because we met him at noon.
Mm-hmm. No,
Oh,
it's
okay.
late. At this point, it would be late afternoon
Late.
after everything what you've done and the surgery and whatnot. So
Yeah.
4 or
probably,
5 o'clock ish.
probably early evening.
Oh,
Probably
okay.
like 5, 6, yeah.
Okay.
Where's Locke? Is he here yet?
Yeah, we'll say Locke is just now coming up. He probably showed up about an hour into Rusty's procedure.
Okay.
The hell's going on over there?
She gotta get a new face.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
It's a damn good thing your sister can do it.
She's pretty handy when it comes into it. What Rusty picked for a new face?
I think she said like James Manson, something like that.
Oh dear word.
I don't know.
It wasn't Marilyn. No.
Marilyn Manson?
Marilyn I don't know.
I don't know, man. Something like that. You'll see.
Name's familiar. I think my grandma used to watch something about that stuff, but that's before my time.
Pretty sure she's getting new hair too.
There's a collection of vintage busty actresses, and I remember seeing Jane Mansfield as one of them.
That's it.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. I knew it was something like that. James Manson, Jane Mansfield. That's the same thing.
James Jane. Okay. Big boobs, that's all that matters.
Yeah. She'll have nice tits. Anyway, so we got the money together. So if you want to call your girl and set up a meeting.
Okay.
Please just watch your mouth.
Okay.
Just
well, go ahead and give me a bullet point list of what I should and shouldn't say, just to make sure that
you just call. You say, "I got the money. Let's meet. Give me an address and the time."
Okay.
Okay. It's gotta be at least after 10. I mean, have to be a late night meet, but I want to get her this money today. But we have to go do installs after this.
Okay, that's fine. I'm pretty sure she's gonna roll with an entourage. So I mean, I can go by myself if you want me to.
No.
I mean, I put us in this mess. It's what a man would do.
I think we'll all accompany you and support you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll give her a call later on then. Or I'll call her now and set it up for later. How's about that?
That's great.
Okay. I'll go ahead and ring her right now.
Okay. So phone buzzes a couple times. What the fuck do you want? Oh, hey, Locke, what's going on?
Hey, I'm gonna cut the chit chat. We need to meet tonight, preferably probably around 10 or after. I got your cash.
No shit. You came up with $100 grand in 2 days.
In 24 hours.
I sure as shit did.
Are your knees
Wasn't
dirty?
me. Somebody's knees are dirty. We don't need to get into that. We've got the money for you. Well, you need a place. We'll be there tonight.
Yeah, how about the old Castles and Coasters land?
All right, man. I know where that is. Old Dunlap and Interstate 17.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You good with 10 o'clock?
We'll be there.
All right. We will see you then.
And Locke, like I said, don't fuck me on this. You better have that cash.
I got the cash. I'll be glad to be done with this shit. I'm sure you will too.
All right.
Later.
She hangs up.
What a bitch.
She that bad, man?
Wow.
Can't wait to meet her.
Can't imagine why you would have ever ended it.
Is she single?
I'm sure she is, man. That's her MO.
Oh. Yeah. Well, we have something in common that will stay in common. We both are.
Is Meredith awake? Is she like in recovery?
She is at this point.
Okay. So I'm gonna head in to check on her and kind of motion the boys to come with me so that I can update everybody in the same room. So I'll walk in and just kind of look her over for a minute, just expressionless. How you
Hey,
doing? How you feeling?
I'm pretty numb still. So
Yeah?
I'm feeling pretty good. How do I look?
Your
Are
tits
these
are
bandages on my
huge,
face?
man.
No.
Like-
Can you-
I don't know
Is
how
it-
you're gonna work with those.
Is it where
I
the
don't
only the chicks get to squeeze them? We like to see a tactile test.
Hey, man, I don't think you should be squeezing them just yet.
Locke, I might be a little
Purely
numb
from
right
a
now, but
plutonic point
I
of view.
can still punch you in the nuts.
Yeah.
Um,
Locke's sister's actually, while she's letting you guys talk, she's shooting him a dirty look for that one.
You look
I forgot
great.
She was there.
You look great. You'll look
Thanks.
better, I'm sure. You know.
Did you happen to have a conversation with Syntax?
Yeah. So I called her and I talked to her about you, but I also got an update on some stuff. So
Is she
since
mad
I'm-
at me?
No, she's not mad at you. No, I felt bad though, man. She was like half asleep when she picked up, and it took her a minute to realize what I was talking about. But I told her the situation. I think she was more worried about where you're at mentally and like emotionally with this stuff. But I told her that you were fine. You seemed excited and you look great. So I think she's, like weirdly excited to see the new you.
That's unexpected, but very positive. So
I think it helps that she's had like a heads up, Like I said, if you just like went home, that probably wouldn't have gone over as well.
yeah, you're right. Thank you for that.
So, you're fine. I owe you guys way more than that. As far as everything else, so my intention is to have a chat with one of our other housemates when we get home. But we need to have an update. So I think before we leave here, if we're not all going together, I think we should head back to the office for a quick conference. So out of character, I was going to talk about it here, but Locke's sister is right here and we're in public. And I should know better than that. So
She just wished.
yeah. So I think that should be our first stop.
As soon as Carlotta lets me go, let's go do this. I'd rather get this face-to-face with Syntax over with, just so that I feel better.
So before you get up out of the chair, Rusty, Carlotta straddles you in the chair, and she, starts pulling out some old medicine containers and filling them with, some appropriate painkillers and whatnot. She's like, I'm not going to explain these to you. I know you're a med tech. You know how to take them. If you're an addict, I'll slap you because you're going to go through them too quick and you're going to be in pain soon.
Thank you.
She says, in the meantime, if there's any sort of, if you feel anything that's loose, if something doesn't feel quite right, don't mess with it. Please call me and let me know. And then we'll come and get it fixed up, all right?
All right, I promise.
Okay, and no obscene blows to the face. You don't want to look like you're a sad clown for, quite a while.
How long until she can have extreme blows
Balls to the face.
Like, is she good by the weekend? Like,
I
just wondering.
I would give it at least a week.
Okay.
We might
mean,
wanna-
are you planning on getting into a fight soon?
I mean, I never planned for a fight.
Fair enough.
Maybe I look at Hellcat. Maybe we can get Rex to postpone that other job.
I mean, if you're that interested in it, we got the money. You don't have to do it.
I mean, I'm just saying it's $10,000. I don't have a lot of money, but
I mean, I'm just saying you would have fun.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
She
I have to
climbs
talk
off
to
of
Jack
she
about that.
climbs off of Rusty at this point.
Thank you for squeezing me in, Carlotta. I know that was this was such short notice, but I really appreciate it.
No, you're good. You're good people. Mom had a good feeling about you, and she slugs Locke in the shoulder. He's like, this puta over here seems to be hanging out with you, so that must be a good sign.
Good job.
He's
sis.
okay sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. Tell me about it. She shoots him a look. You know what I'm talking about.
I love you.
Yeah, you too.
Aww.
Oh,
Elf from
And nobody
above.
look at me. I've got like 12 sisters and brothers, so hey.
But seriously, you guys have any more work to throw my way, please let me know. Tattoos, facials. Wrong
Will
kind
do.
of facial, cat.
I didn't say a word.
I
may want to talk to you about some more.
Your face said it.
Yes, exactly. Your face said it. Your face spoke volumes.
Fuck you guys.
I may end up talking to you about a little bit more work. I think I'm fiending for a little bit more ink these days.
You need a facial Mac?
All right.
No.
I can do whatever you
I'm
need
good at
ink-wise.
All right.
And you send some of your clan folks over my way. I'll cut you in on a discount.
Oh, all right. I'll make sure I refer you. You got a couple cards I can take?
I do. So she walks
Oh.
up. She walks up front, and with that sway in her hips like she normally has, grabs a small little brick, probably about like 20 cards or so, and just hands them to you. I know you travel in numbers.
Yep. I'll sign the back of them so you know where they're coming from.
Good idea.
All right. Pocket those and party on.
And she, as you guys are getting ready to exit, she motions Locke over real fast.
What's up?
She says, "I know I'm giving you shit about that, but mom just ran a case that had something to do with drugs. So, from me to you, stay off the shit. It was really hard on her, and she's not going to like it if she finds out that you were on it even the once."
I'm not gonna make a habit of it. It was a means to an end for this job.
I'm just giving you a heads up. You break her heart,
Gotcha.
and you know what she's going to be like if that happens. She's going to be leaning on my shoulder and completely unconsolable.
I know. I'm not gonna push it. It's hopefully a one-time deal. But it was fucking rad.
She just turns and throws her hand back, just whatever. Cabron. And you are now standing out on the street with some loud music playing down one way and some vagrants kind of prowling around one of the parking structures nearby.
We still have that new car?
Actually, you do.
Yeah.
It is currently
It's
here
parked
present.
at the office, right?
Yes.
And it's the
That-
5 of us, correct?
Yeah, because Jill's there.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to give you guys an update, but we need to be careful about where we do that. So we either need to go back up to the office or go chill in the car.
Let's go chill in the car. It's got AC.
Okay. All right. So once we're all back in the car, squished all 5 of us in the car. So when I talked to Syntax, I got a little bit of an update. It sounds like our clone of Dane is going to work and going home, and that's all. So it's not like this thing is like fully functioning out his life. It's not like there's any kind of thing outside of business. She said that from what she can tell, he's got a new assignment and he's on a new patrol. I don't exactly know what that means. I'm going to try and ask her a little more in depth when we get back to the house. And if I can't get that much out of her, I'm sure Dane can give me some kind of idea of, you know, maybe some higher security stuff that we don't know about. Anyway, she also said that she was able to get some info off the chopper from that chase. She said that that was a military grade chopper, which is, you know, generally bought and paid for and contracted out by very wealthy people. But she said from what she could tell, it wasn't anything to do personally. It was more of the job we were doing. So that should no longer be an issue since that job is done and taken care of.
Do you mean that it wasn't after me?
Not from what she can tell, you know, and I know that when we were doing it, that's what I assumed. And you know, I, especially being something like that, with the money behind, you know, who's chasing you, it was a pretty safe assumption. But she seems to think that it's just to do with the organs.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that line that I fed Sarah Tremere wasn't bullshit then. So,
I mean, you know, we're talking a very well-known fixer and not necessarily a very well-liked fixer, because we make good friends, we make worse enemies. So,
okay.
You know, with him being in that state, I wouldn't put it past somebody trying to take him out. And how else are you going to do that? You're going to take out, you know, the new organs he's just bought.
Well, that makes me feel a little bit of relief. I thought I really put you guys in danger.
I don't know. You know, she did mention that even if we pay off the Forsaken, it looks like we're going to be dealing with individual contractors.
Well, I guess I spoke too soon.
That's something to think about. In a positive light, it's better than having an entire booster gang after us. The only downside to individual contractors is, you know, everybody's kind of got a different MO, so you never really know what you're watching for.
Yeah, that's true.
So
at least I got this new face. That should
help. That should help. She asked me about the car. Obviously, we can't go pick it up and drive it back right now. It's riddled full of holes. If it's drivable, we could, you know, drive it back tonight. If it's not drivable, I would just say we... Mac, do you have anybody out with you that's got like a flatbed or a tow truck?
Do I?
Give a roll. That may be something that the Nomad hat or Nomad pack has.
What am I rolling on? I rolled a 5.
So you're going to add to that 5. You're going to add your family, and you're going to add empathy.
So that would be an 18.
Pretty good. You don't know if it's in use or not yet. You know, somebody may have been using, because they tend to use it around camp quite a bit. But yes, right. Your clan does actually have one.
Okay, I'll put in a text and see if that could be something we could arrange to have.
Yeah, I mean, if we can drive the thing, we might not need it. But if it needs to be towed, I'd rather try to see if we can get somebody, you know, that's obviously not going to keep opening their mouth about it.
Right. I don't know, you know, for what it's worth too, you know, even though this wasn't directly related to Rusty, that got a lot of eyes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And to see that vehicle moving itself, somebody that's going to see it, since it's downtown, essentially,
Yeah.
we stand a chance of somebody seeing that, and I don't want to bring that attention to ourselves. However, to see a couple of nomads pull up and load it onto a flatbed or a tow truck is like, hey, we got, you know, that's not going to be second nature. That could be something that was contracted through the city or a little side job to,
and also in having it towed, I mean, we can always cover it, you know, with a tarp or something.
Right. Yeah. Something like that. And it's not going to be, there's not going to be any red flags. It's not like you're driving this piece of Swiss cheese literally down the road. And we can mitigate our
well, nomads salvage all the time. So this could very much look like that type of situation. So it's
right.
It would essentially blend in with the background noise of the city potentially, because you know if people look at it like, oh, it's just fucking nomads doing nomad shit, and they don't really pay it any mind.
Exactly. They're taking a piece of crap car and turned it into multiple pieces of crap cars.
So because this is somewhat of a norm, do you have people that could work on restoration and alteration of the vehicle so that we can use it again? Because that's not something that we have time to take care of. But if they could tow it out to your camp,
I'm sure we can find somebody that can do it. We've got plenty of hands out there. That's not that technical. I mean, finding a med tech is a little bit harder than finding somebody that can slap together a car.
Hey, if we can work out a trade situation, if you guys need anything, I can definitely help out.
We'll work something out. There would definitely be there would need to be, and obviously you're in good with me, so therefore you're in good with the clan. And I don't frivolously say that, but yeah, we can work something out, and you know, definitely it'd be easy enough to do.
Thank you.
Perfect.
And I guarantee you it will not look like what it used to look like.
Great.
Whether that be good or ill.
Can you get me a paint scheme like that split green pea soup that you got rolling around?
Arranged. It can absolutely be arranged.
All right, well, we'll just let you take care of the car arrangements then.
Okay. I'll start throwing a couple phone calls in and see about getting it set up and tell them to come and grab it.
All right. How you feeling, Meredith?
Feeling okay. I guess better definitely, now that I know that that helicopter wasn't after me specifically, and now that we got this money, and it seems like things are maybe coming together a little bit other than this whole independent contractor situation. So,
I mean, I meant your face. I'm glad you're doing well. I meant your face. How's your face?
She's got rosy cheeks.
Yeah, she does.
She's got a midget B anus on her chest.
I'm still a little numb. The medicine that Locke's sister gave me is working pretty great. So I'm feeling good all around.
Do I have the address of where we're doing these two installs?
Yes.
Oh, I don't like the way you laughed. Like at all.
But yes,
are
you
they
do have the addresses.
are they in the same place?
No. One of them, thankfully, is not far from here. It's in one of the high rises that's actually near the old Chase building, which now it's just, a gigantic office space.
Are either of these people I know?
No.
Thank God. Okay.
Do you want to just get these over with?
Well, that's what I was kind of, wondering. There's one that's not super far from here. I just don't know how you're feeling. If we should go to the farther one so that you've got travel time to
How are your eyes?
Yeah. How are your hands? Can you do this?
I mean, yeah, I have the medication that Carlotta gave me, so I feel like I'll be okay. I just really want to get this over with.
Well, you know what? As long as you don't botch it, I think we'll be fine.
Oh,
Uh,
you already cursed her, man. Shit.
Let's do the closer one first, and
Alright.
then we'll see how I feel after that, I guess.
Okay. So I'm gonna give Jill the address of where we're going.
Just take it easy, Jill, please. I don't need to be whipped back and forth.
No, I will take it easy unless we're being pursued. And if we're being pursued, then hold your face like Macaulay Culkin, and I'll try and get us through this. Okay? Deal?
Okay.
Your face and your boobs.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
Okay, what she said, yes.
All right.
So, Kat, can you give me the address we're going to?
Yep.
Okay. So she puts it in. She's like, "Oh yeah, it's almost gonna walk there." Pulls out, and, drives down, and probably takes a little bit longer because it's downtown, and of course it's at this time of night it's gonna be a little crowded. But no, there's no whipping around or anything of that nature. It was a nice, calm drive, couple blocks over. For visual reference, if you happen to know where it's at, it's over by the high rise itself. It's over by the Thomas and Central.
Oh, the Thomas One Center. I used to work there, man.
Mm-hmm. So for those of you who need the visuals, basically like a gigantic high-rise corporate park on one end, strip mall on another, parking lot type office space on one side, and then another various offices and whatnot, and then adjacent to the offices that are on the other corner is a large medical complex. So you go to the apartment. The apartments here are very fashionable. They're on the newer side, probably only maybe 10 years or so old. Built, just before the modern decline of civilization. But in this particular area, people have done their best to keep it up. So there are security teams that walk around. The place is kept picked up, and the security teams, Locke, from your opinion, probably not the best. But riffraff isn't going to just randomly try to tangle with them. If they're coming here, they're coming in hot, and they've got ill intentions, not just drugged up, wandering in thinking they're going to start a fight. Not your typical rent-a-cop. You guys, I take it everybody is going then. Is Jill staying with the car, or are you bringing her in?
I don't really want her to be out there by herself.
You can bring her in.
Yeah, because either I need to bring her in or one of the boys should stay.
Sure. Well, she does have Rusty's pistol, so she is armed.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm responsible, so either she's being babysat or she's coming with me.
Okay. So, you get buzzed up from the security desk. The individual there, made it clear that the company coming in was invited. Guys go into the elevator. And uncommon, this is actually uncommon in this particular era, because you guys aren't in many high rises, like rich high rises, except maybe Hellcat, but it actually pipes in music from the elevator, and it's got some classic Kenny G, very soothing, saxophone kind of playing in the background. Even the lighting and whatnot to the paneling here to when you select your floors and whatnot, it's everything has an aesthetic about it that just kind of brings you into a state of calm, or at least intended to. It doesn't ping very loud. It's just like ping. And then when you get to your floor, it's a very soothing woman voice, now on floor 16. Sort of thing. So enhance your calm. Guys walk out into the hallway, again matching everything else here. It's got two little benches in case people were waiting for an elevator or something, and the rest of the doors go the rest of the way down. Very nice looking, nice wall sconces that kind of give a warm hue, not quite on the amber side, more on a soft white lighting. Get down to the address itself, and the guy opens up. It's got kind of hair pompadour like, if you think like 80s hairband.
Aliens.
not quite that bad, but pretty close.
Okay.
And he has just a Hawaiian shirt on and some shorts. And as an FYI, it tends to stay pretty hot in Arizona. So he's dressed appropriately. And he holds the door open. He's like, "All right, who's the med tech?"
That would be me.
All right.
Meredith.
You are going to make my night. Right this way. We're going to make sure you've got plenty of seating, plenty of lighting. You just let me know what you need to do, and my junk is going to be gorgeous.
Your junk will be amazing after I'm done.
Can't wait to see it.
You're going to want to show this off to all your friends.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. So
I kind of glance sideways at Locke, like.
So the place is rather well kept. There's two other people back there. He has his own little wet bar, where they're making some drinks or whatnot. One's a woman, one's a guy. They happen to be watching some old reruns. It looks like this one was Friends. But it looked like it was more background noise, because when you guys came walking in, they were clearly talking. But he has an area set up for you. Actually, Rusty, he does have plenty of room, provided for you. He's got some, the couches and some chairs moved aside or whatnot. And he has, he's already supplied some cleaning agents, as well as like the mismatch, like, you've got, I already say miscellaneous, not mismatch, like your tray to clean your instruments with and whatnot. So obviously it's not an actual hospital, but it's not bad. It's pretty good.
Okay.
Hey, Meredith, you good to do this by yourself? You don't need an assistant, right?
I mean, if you're offering, but no, I think I can handle this.
Okay. I'll just you handle it.
I'll yell for you if I need anything. I'll
just don't, and that'll be okay.
Just don't.
Just don't need.
I'll try my best.
All right. So by trying your best, go ahead and roll your tech skill, your med tech skill, and a D10. Oh. And whatever you roll on your D10, it will be a -3.
Because my face is all funny.
Because of your drugs.
Because of my drugs.
Yep.
Can I want to use a couple of my luck points then, since
you
I'm a little high.
Mm-hmm.
So
since
you said it was
high.
since I'm a little high. You said it was -3?
It is -3 to your roll, yes.
Okay, then I'll just use 3 luck points.
Okay.
20.
Ooh,
Damn. What did you
junk
roll?
looks good.
I rolled a 5.
Okay.
My tech is a 10, and my med tech is a 5.
Okay. Not a problem.
So with my luck points, cancels it out.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, go.
So you apply the anesthetic correctly. You make the incisions correct. He currently has, some cyberware, but it was all internal. He's one of these types that likes the cybernetics, but wants the human aesthetic. So you can tell just by looking at him, he's got the spray-on skin that makes it look like, it's not a cyber arm. It looks like a real arm, so on and so forth. You get it installed without a problem.
Okay. So, is he completely under, or is
He
it just
is
like a general anesthetic?
No, he is completely under.
Okay. So as he's waking up, if he's waking up now,
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be very pleased with your new junk.
Oh, that's absolutely wonderful, love. And he's like, oh, look, it's standing at attention already.
Put it to good use, but be careful while you heal up, because otherwise your junk could go in the garbage. So
what is the recommended downtime that you suggest?
I don't know, just like a week or so. Just make sure it's not red or inflamed. Nothing feels like it's going to detach.
Righto. And I should call you if there's any complications?
Yeah. Make sure to give me a ring if things aren't healing up properly, and we can come and take a look, a little looky-loo.
All right then, love. Thank you very much.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Get the money.
Oh yeah, I believe there's an exchange of money for this.
He kind of
procedure.
sloppily motions with his hand. He says, "Go see the lady at the bar. She's got your cred stick."
All right, so I'm gonna go see the lady at the bar. I'm gonna wash my hands at the bar as well.
All right. Oh.
And maybe like pour some vodka on my hands and.
The dark times, man.
Yep, charming. So yeah, you do that, no problem. She slides you a cred stick.
All right, thank you for your business. I'm gonna toss this on over to Hellcat.
Now, since I set this up, how was this? Just like an ad he responded to that I put out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just making sure I don't know him, so I don't need to personally say something.
What was the ad that you put out, dude?
I'm pretty sure I was just like, "Get your Mr. Stud here." I did. That's how we got another $4,000, because I put out an ad, and then I sent a mass text to all of my clients that, hey, I have these parts available. If you or anyone you know is interested, contact me today, cash only, or cred stick payment today.
Excel, man. It's good.
Dick for us.
New pain and vagines.
Yeah.
Have dick will travel.
Something like that, yeah. So.
No balls, Mac ripped them off.
Yeah.
So where is our next one?
Rachel, get your penis. Get your new penis here.
That's basically,
Just
if I had a
carnival barker at the
Craigslist
corner.
ad, that was the title of the ad.
And you would think that after all this time and people knowing, from our era, how bad it is to get things like this from Craigslist, and people would still reply. So in the future, just yeah, a deal on Mr. Stud? Perfect.
Yeah.
Only slightly used.
Yeah. You know what? It was easy money.
It was? Okay.
No shame.
So, Missy, why don't you go ahead and give me another roll for the other install?
Okay. Am I still at a...
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm not going to use any luck points this time. I have a 17.
Oh, not bad. Okay.
Yeah.
It is a routine install. You guys get that one setup as well, traveling to that location. I'm not going to make you play through all that.
No, sorry, hold on. It is actually a 14 minus the 3.
Oh.
Sorry.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Oh, here we go.
I should have used those luck
lady.
points.
Alrighty.
It's a. I made it
So
a
let
little
me-
cricket.
Let me get the trauma book out.
Yeah. All right, hold on one sec.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Shouldn't be
I
too
should've
far
used
off,
luck
I would
points.
hope.
It's just like it just won't go in anymore.
It gets stuck.
Which one was this one?
This was the
Girl parts.
yep. I couldn't think of the word I wanted. This thing.
Beef
No.
curtains.
No, I was trying to think of like that it can like expand and contract, but I couldn't think of the word.
Did you just call them beef curtains?
Yeah, dude.
Oh man.
Steel
Yeah.
curtains.
All right. Give me just 1 second.
God, Jerome, please hurry up.
It's not steel curtains, it's a steel trap now.
Oh gosh, yeah, dude. I was like, yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Like, what if something goes wrong?
Okay.
Anybody heard of the movie Teeth?
Thankfully, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it wasn't.
Oh my
too-
god.
Yeah, you can't actually do that. I think there were cyberware vampers, I think, or something like that, where you can get the teeth like for your mouth, but I think you can get them installed down there too.
Yeah, that's like, hey baby, how you no. No.
Yeah.
That's
Mm.
a
Not my king,
goddamn
not my
Chinese
Yeah.
penis trap.
You baby is too much to me. See.
You have to push it on both sides to get it out.
Oh.
You ever get your dick stuck in a Chinese penis trap?
Oh boy, we are going to be
Oh.
in so much trouble. Twitch is going to be like, no. Um, so, Meredith, you think you've got everything installed correctly? You're making sure you go over some fine details or whatnot to make sure that wiring's set up correctly and so on and so forth. And as you are putting the finishing touches on your masterpiece, your cyberware, I don't want to say soldering, but the tool you're using, it clamps shut on the tool.
Ooh.
Like inside?
Yes.
So is this hot solder in
Your
her vag?
face is awesome.
Yeah, you're not soldering, thankfully, but the tool you were doing was doing some fine adjusting.
Okay.
Thankfully, she's still
Oh.
under.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
Is it otherwise installed and like it looks okay?
What's that?
Is it?
I mean, it looks like it's okay. You may have it misaligned the settings.
Okay.
So, would you like to make another roll?
I was actually just gonna run, but yeah, sure, I can roll again. I mean, she doesn't know.
Just run.
Oh my gosh.
Then we need to find another person.
It was a Craigslist ad. You buy
No, we
it,
would just
get
we
it
would
how
get
it
the
goes.
money and we would get out.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I'll roll again.
Okay.
She wakes
For
up
this
and it's like,
for this
feed me,
person's sake.
Seymour.
Oh my god.
That's a good movie.
Oh, that's better. 24.
24. Okay.
Wait.
Oh, wow.
No.
Yeah. So
22. Sorry.
you figure it out pretty quickly, and you're like, oh crap. Okay, yeah. It wasn't a total bad install. It literally was. You had some wrong settings on it, so you get it adjusted. There wasn't anything broken, thankfully. It was just misaligned, and by the time you get everything adjusted, she's now waking up.
Okay. I think it would have been a lot funnier if we just got the money and ran, but I guess it's better for
This
her.
has got my name attached to it in some way. Okay.
Oh,
I
that's
didn't
right.
realize
I'm
this thing
sorry.
had Violent dominatrix on it as a setting.
I can't
Yeah,
I
that
can't
would have
stop it
gone
knowing
over.
that I just ran out.
That would have gone over extremely poorly, given the fact that you just paid to have your identity and face and everything altered, and you started off with "She botched my JJ" and stuff.
What would happen? What that woman would end up doing to men would make Max happening look like child's play.
That's how you
And
end
I know
up-
we're
that's
joking
like
about
serial
it,
killers.
and I know we're joking about it in all intents. There is an episode of AD Police from the Bubblegum Crisis series that actually deals with something like this, where the woman went and got herself mostly cybernetic out because, according to the plot line, her spoiler alert. A man ended up getting promotion over her because of basically of her menstrual cycle, because it decreased productivity is how he ended up getting the promotion over her. So she went and got everything cybered out, and she ended up losing like all of her humanity at that point because she just went too far with the cybernetics.
We should be watching some of this stuff, man, for reals. Also, 30-year-old anime, you don't really need this spoiler anymore, man. They should have watched it already.
They should have, but some people may not even know it exists. So
Yeah.
No idea.
but if you get the chance,
You were watching that when it came out new the last time we gamed.
pretty close, actually. In all honesty, pretty close. It wasn't that far off. But in case you haven't seen it, Bubblegum Crisis, Bubblegum Crash, AD Police, even the new remake of Bubblegum Crisis, all really good for
2049 or
cybernetics.
whatever it is.
Yes, the soundtrack to that was amazing. All right, so at any rate, so you managed to get that done. You got your things. You got your cred stick at this point, and you have hightailed out of there with a near miss.
That was a close one, guys.
Yeah, what happened? You look a little like frazzled coming out of there.
I don't know what I did. I don't know if it was the unit or if it was something I did, but it broke one of my tools. I'm just glad that.
Did you get it out?
Yeah, no, I got it out. I mean, she'll be okay, and it's working now. But
Like broken in
I
the
don't
sense
know.
of like
Like it
how
clamped down?
Kegels work.
yeah, exactly. Like
But
Holy
like
moly.
chop chop?
yeah, like chop. It was a metal tool. It's exactly like a steel trap if you don't install it correctly.
Oh.
You know, there's
So
a
just-
reason why I don't care for cybernetics that much.
You know what? After that experience, I don't know that I want to be with someone who had that type of cybernetic.
Enhancement.
That's a great
Enhancement.
way to lose all kinds of body parts.
Yeah. Talk about a honey trap.
Mhm.
Honey Badger don't care.
Honey
she
badger don't give a shit.
Gosh.
But I was able to fix it, so
Good.
otherwise I would have. I think we need to have a code word or something, because if that went south, I was gonna want to leave quickly.
We will definitely keep that in mind if we have to do this again anytime soon.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I gotta commend you. I mean, you did great work. You're like on painkillers and you still did awesome. So I'm really keen. You know, I've seen what you can do sober. I'd be keen to see what you can do in the field sober. So, I mean, if you're open to it, I'm sure these are fairly normal jobs that I can pull for you.
That would be very helpful. That would be something that, I mean, I need the money. And with my new face, I can probably go a lot more places and not have to worry about who's watching me or who's going to recognize.
Get a job or two like this, we could most definitely outfit your vehicle to the same standard, if not greater than what it was before, considering I believe the refrigeration units weren't damaged or minimally at best. And then as far as the armament and everything else like that, we could probably even do something better if we do a couple of these jobs and be able to upgrade.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, that'll work. Maybe we can all profit out of this. I mean, installing some new genitals wasn't that big of a deal after, I actually got it done, other than the near miss here.
Well, your first customer would beg to differ.
That guy was a creep.
I mean, but again, they're willing to pay same day, and it's a hell of a lot easier for me to find jobs doing this kind of shit than it is for me to run drugs right now. So,
and honestly, I really liked not being chased by a helicopter for these particular parts. So
yeah, maybe that's why I try to steer clear of organs, because that's just a really touchy business.
Yeah.
This is still kind of organs, though.
I mean, but they're cybernetic organs.
Well, yeah, these are robot parts. Come on, man.
Yeah.
You got them, I got them. It ain't that big of a deal. So, where are we supposed to meet your girl?
At Castles and Gangsters, man. What time is it? In game, what time?
Let's see. So you did your 2 procedures. So at this point, you're probably pushing the time limit. You're maybe 15, 20 minutes out.
All right.
Let's
Meredith, hold on. Jill, let's get us going.
All
Let's
right.
head on down.
She says, am I taking the side streets or hitting the freeway?
15 minutes, man, from downtown. We need to get on the freeway.
All right. So she throws that car into gear and starts accelerating past the safety limits of the speed on the side street, getting up to the freeway. Kind of zipping in through traffic and whatnot, blowing past a couple stoplights before she hits the freeway. From where you were at, the freeway actually had some blockage getting onto it. There were 2 vehicles that had been into an accident. So she makes a hard right and accelerates down the shoulder of the access road to the freeway, and just hauling ass with just that boundary wall right there in neighborhood just whizzing on by you as you guys go flying down the access road. And all right, not bad. So she catches air coming off the off ramp and actually flying. Missy,
Meredith, hold your boobs.
That's what I was just gonna say. I'm gonna hold my chest.
So this unfortunately was a little painful, but not like you didn't get like thrown around the cab or anything. It's just the bounce, the impact of the car as it connects back to the asphalt.
I'm gonna take out my drugs and pop a pill.
Oh,
and in character, but in our minds, both Mac and Locke are like, we will definitely help if you need some help support. We are here to support you.
Just reach around from the back.
The Janet Jackson hand broth,
pretty much, yeah.
Iconic poster.
So, but she ends up getting there within 10 minutes.
Good.
Awesome.
Comes flying up around and does a U-turn into the parking lot. So that way the vehicle is facing out instead of in case you guys need to get away. When you get there, however, of course, the castle is in somewhat disrepair. People don't go up this way much anymore. There are lights still on the mini golf course. You can tell there are a couple people standing up in the zipline tower, keeping an eye out as to what's going on. And the front doors are open.
God damn it, I knew it. It could be in the parking lot, man. It's got to be inside, don't it?
Is it inside the castle, like in the arcade?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Locke, after you, man.
All right, man. Let's go.
Should I wait in the car, or do you think it'd be too suspicious? Should I come in too?
So, I definitely would like Jill to wait with the car at this point, even though I don't like her being alone. So, Meredith, I'm going to leave that I'm just going to leave the choice up to you. You can either come with us or you can stay in the car with Jill. But I want Jill to stay in the car with the car running.
Okay.
So it's your choice.
I'll come.
All right.
All right.
I'll stay with Jill and be watching around outside. I got my weapons on ready.
Okay.
Sure.
So the three of you go walking on the inside, and they got the pit basically, and they've got rows of arcade games, up top and down below. All of them classic, all coin op, still. Down below, they've got several newer VR-looking games. And you see, you can actually see her. She's down there playing air hockey. With one of her
I know.
guys.
I know. I don't know her. Do I know anyone else in this gang group?
You've actually had virtually no contact with the Forsaken.
Okay.
All right, man. I'm gonna approach the hockey table.
I'm going to just kind of hang back with Meredith and just watch.
Okay. So as you start approaching, a couple guys come up next to you and escort you down to where she's at. Hold on 1 second. There we go.
I'm assuming that we've just like pooled all the money into one credit stick.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was
Yeah.
assuming.
So, and she's got that notice. You guys have all seen the picture of her. She's got the red hair shaved on one side, down the other. She's got a cybernetic arm. She's sporting a vest at this point with a kind of a sports bra sort of look and beat up looking pants and combat boots. She is strapped, as is everybody here. And you get the feeling by everyone looking at you, because probably based mostly off of the rep from this gang, that they'd like to eat you. Or shoot
In the
you
fun
or
way?
something. Yeah. No. It's very, it gives you the impression like you've walked into a predator's den.
Us or him?
Anybody that happens to be in that particular room.
Gotcha.
And as Locke approaches, Darcy is smiling. She's like looking around. She says, "All right, Locke, where's it at?"
I got it. It's right here. And I hold up the crit stick.
She motions for a guy to come over with a laptop. So he takes the laptop, plugs in the credit stick, and then nods to her. And she's like, "Son of a bitch."
I told you he'd be there.
I'm really shocked. This is the easiest 100K I've made, I think, ever. And it's
It's
all
important
because,
to me.
and it's all because you just haphazardly opened your mouth to me.
I'm just kind of glaring at the back of his head.
We fall down to get back up again.
Okay, right. So more Zen shit. So just so you know, a day has gone by since we've already spoken. A friend of yours has already taken the contract.
I am going to exasperate an audible exhale. Who are we talking about?
I don't know how many people have you backstabbed.
It wasn't a fucking backstab.
I'm not here for the details. I'm just giving you, I don't know, how would you put it? Wouldn't be a thumbs up. It wouldn't be a favor. Maybe a heads up. We don't normally do that sort of thing unless we're sticking the heads on our vehicles and driving around downtown. But yeah, maybe it's just a heads up. because you got this cash to us so quickly. I have to admit, I'm kind of impressed. I didn't realize you had such deep pockets, so I might have to keep that in mind for later.
Do that. Yeah, do that. Do you have any, or can you spare any details? You know where this dude's laying?
Oh, of course not. I don't pry
course
into his
not.
affairs. Why would I do that?
Because you're you. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm gonna lean
nosy
over
like
to
that.
Meredith and man, there's like a lot of tension there. You see that?
Yeah, I can't imagine why this would have ever gone south.
Right?
I mean, they look like they're a totally functioning couple.
Just fucking
Like,
get it
there's-
over with.
There's clearly no love lost.
How did you come up on this information? Did you see him?
It's not very hard, Locke. You're a mercenary. You've got those same types of contacts. I just happened to notice the name.
I thought I saw him the other day, man, but he ghosted pretty quick. I don't know if that was him or not.
It probably was. Now, before my reputation gets damaged by me talking to you, I think you should scram at this point. We got the cash. We're good.
All right, dude. I appreciate it. It's always fun talking to you. Let's get going, guys.
I'm just gonna give her a wink as we walk out.
Okay. She shrugs and goes back to playing air hockey. More like, ordering the guy over. She's like, "Take that paddle." It's like whack. Slamming slamming the puck around on the table.
All right. Well, let's get the fuck out of here.
As you are walking out to the car, the three of you, Locke, you can notice up on the tower that there is a high-powered rifle focused on the vehicle. And
Everybody,
and at the last moment, the guy raises the rifle up.
all right, everybody, get away from the car. Spread out. There's somebody up on the tower.
Oh, fuck. Is there... Okay. I'm gonna run for the nearest cover.
Well, he's raised his rifle.
Yeah.
As you guys were walking
Shooting.
out there, it was like he was ready to fire and then raise his rifle.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna look at them like they're paranoid, and I'm gonna get in the car.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stare at this guy for a little bit.
I'm gonna crouch and crab walk to the car as quickly as I can.
Complete with the little pinchers, just kind of going.
Yeah.
Zoidberg style.
Okay.
I'm guessing he notices me staring at him.
Mm-hmm.
Is that somebody you know, Locke?
I'm just gonna lean out. Locke, get in the car. Let's go.
Let's go.
Meredith, get in the car.
I'm gonna stick my little finger out just a little bit like that.
Pointing at him. All right.
I'm gonna get in the car
Yeah.
and
This is sideways.
I'm gonna sit in the back and then hide.
Okay.
It's called Dukes of Hazzard.
I'll go ahead and get in the car too.
Okay. And with that, Jill wastes no time getting the hell out of that parking lot.
So now we're just headed back to our house, right?
In the middle of the street, yes.
It's a very, very, very fine house.
Yep.
Mac, did you call about the car to get that taken care of?
Yeah,
I think it's late enough they could pick it up.
yeah. I had already. I told you I was contacting something.
Okay.
Somebody
Perfect.
about all that. So
Go ahead
Just
and make another
Making
roll.
sure.
okay.
Same thing, empathy, family, and a D10.
That's 13. 16.
Okay. They can't do it like right now, but they'll get it first thing in the morning.
Okay. All right, then I'm gonna tell Jill to take us back to the house so Meredith can rest.
All right. She's like, I am okay with that. Does anybody mind if I make a stop at the store?
Who says this, Jill?
I'm
Jill.
good.
Yeah, it's Jill. She wants soda.
She's
Is there like a drive-through
yeah.
we can hit? Because
Yeah,
I mean,
we've got some liquor stores that sell soda.
yeah, let's do that. I'd rather no one else get out of the car at this point.
Okay.
If we're driving through a liquor store, I'm driving
Why?
because you're not pulling up to the drive-through window of a liquor store with me in the car. Not happening.
But I'm getting soda. You'll see me pay for soda.
Fine.
Okay.
You don't want to listen to me? Fine.
Yeah. What am I doing wrong?
You're a recovering addict and you're going to roll up to the window and look into the candy store and not have feelings?
I know, but you're gonna, regardless of what happens, I mean, you're gonna see me
Okay.
not buy that stuff. I'm gonna get soda.
Okay.
I mean, unless I'm missing something, can they get shots of alcohol and Pepsi? Like prepackaged?
Okay.
That actually sounds delicious.
That does sound delicious.
Okay, no.
You guys ain't helping.
Shh. I don't need to know that. Okay,
All right,
fine.
then go.
I'll just go home.
No, don't go home. You want to stop. It's fine. Stop. You think you can do it? Show me you can do it, and I'll leave you alone about it.
Okay. So she goes and finds well, not really 24 hours in this particular era at this point. It's not safe, but a late night drive-through liquor place. And so she sits there and looks, and she's debating some, and she's like, Mountain Dew? Guy shakes his head and he's like, fine. Wait, do you have Mellow Yellow? And he's like, goes to the back and pulls out a 2-liter, and she's like, whoa. I almost never sell this shit around here.
Get 2 of them.
What? How many do we need?
We need a case of beer for your brother.
And I can't order that. You just chastised
Why
me
do you
before
think
we
I
got
wanted
here.
to drive? Why do you think I wanted to drive? But it's
And you let
all
me know
about
now.
you. All about you. You got to prove yourself. So prove yourself. Order a case of beer for your brother.
So she sighs and she says, I need a case of alcohol, beer preferably. Anybody want anything else?
Can you get me some Skittles, please?
Okay. Skittles. And they rummage around and they come up with the island flavor. Not your typical pack, but yeah.
And like
fuck
5
yeah.
chocolate bars.
Do they have a vintage bang grape flavor?
Vintage Bang. He's like, no.
There's a vintage bang in the back seat.
Oh, man.
I had to say.
Oh my.
You got to heal first, girl. Come on.
Yeah, I know.
So you guys get
And some chocolate.
you guys get some snacks. Pretty much everything you get is not good for you. And she just starts handing them to the people in the back seat. And she specifically takes a moment to hold on to the alcohol, and she hands it specifically to Kat. Here.
Thank you.
And then peels out from the driveway for no particular reason.
Because she's a brat.
And gets home. To your crowded 2-bedroom.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna take the case of beer and head in and put it in the fridge.
Okay.
I'm gonna go see Syntax.
Okay,
Yeah, do
so
that.
yeah, she is in your guys' room, but she has stopped working at this point because she hears everybody's coming back. So when you come walking in, she's actually turned in the chair, and she just kind of looks at you.
Hey,
Hey, so are you feeling okay?
feeling okay. Feeling better now that I've had some medicine, but I'm a little sore. It was kind of a bumpy ride at one point, so I've been better. I've never experienced anything like this, but I I feel better. I feel I I feel like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders a little.
Just add it to your chest.
Yeah.
So she's sits up and she kind of puts her hands on your face very gingerly, kind of just kind of touching it, and she's like, there's going to be psychological ramifications for this, right? Are you going to be okay?
The psychological ramifications at this point are that I feel better that I'm not recognizable to the millionaire who's trying to off me and my friends. So,
Okay. I'm just really worried, because when this sort of thing happens, usually means there's a lot of emotional changes that take place because your identity changed, like
yeah.
really actually changed.
No, yeah, I mean I get that. I just right now it's just more relief than anything. I mean, once I'm out of this this bottle of meds here, maybe I'll feel differently, but right now I'm feeling pretty good.
Okay.
Are you okay with it?
No. I'm fine. I mean,
'Cause I was more worried about what you would say than anything, I think.
me?
Yeah, because I should have called you first instead of being a chicken shit and having Cat call you instead.
Oh, I mean, I appreciate you taking me into consideration. I feel this is more for you, though. And I get your reasonings. It makes sense.
Okay. Just as long as it's good. I appreciate it.
No, I mean, whoever did the work did a fantastic job.
Yeah, it was actually Locke's sister.
Oh,
She is pretty good at what she does.
she's not just a tattoo artist.
No, she is a multi-talented artist, not just in tattoos. She's a sculptor, I guess.
Wow, okay. Sorry,
But
I have to take a minute to resize the frame because it decided to kill Derek's image. Shot him back up in the corner, made it really small. There we go. Hopefully this will do it. Ish. Good enough. Okay. Sorry about that.
so, do we have any updates on anything else at this point? Any news? How have things been with just you and Dane and Alicia?
Alicia's been kind of keeping to herself. Dane seems to be fine. He's gotten up a couple of times, I think.
Okay.
From what I could tell, I've been in the room quite a bit. with stuff.
Okay. Do you need anything?
One-on-one time later on. But I mean, I understand. Obviously, there's limits or whatnot. I've just been super slammed with everything that's been happening. I just think I need us time.
I gotcha.
Because now she
I'm-
wants to be super slammed.
I got these new boobies.
Gotta take him for a drive.
She's like, "You are Denny's, and I'm ordering a Grand Slam."
All right. I'm for right now, I'm gonna just hang out and rest because it's been a long ass day.
Oh, and the payment that'll work. Everything's okay.
Oh, so yeah, I'm sorry. I completely. So yeah, the Locke paid his ex, and that's all settled. There was out of character. Would we hear Darcy talking about the independent contractor who took
Mm-hmm.
the job?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So someone Locke knows actually took the job instead. So this is not, we're not out of the woods, but the Forsaken is not going to be a problem anymore.
Do we know who it was?
He hasn't shared that with us yet. I'm assuming we'll have some sort of house meeting to go over that later, but
Since
right now.
Since the three of us are just kind of around in the house, and having heard that, while she's talking to Syntax, I'm gonna go find Locke, and just, hey, Locke, I hear you may have a friend on Meredith's tail. You may run that by Syntax. I don't know how much she can pull up or track or find, but if you don't have information, on this dude, I mean, it didn't sound like you did,
do.
so.
I know him. I just don't feel like fucking talking about him. But yeah, I'll run it by Syntax real quick. Where's she at right now?
I think she's down the hall with Meredith.
They're
All right,
actually
I'll
in
go.
the room.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're in their room.
All right, I'll go in there. Look for Syntax. God damn.
You, hey, knock on the door first.
Okay, I'm gonna knock.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was looking for Syntax.
I'm here too. It's not a big room.
I'm gonna
Okay.
go and
Are they gonna make me talk through the
lay
other
on
side of the
bed.
door?
Yeah, I'm gonna let Locke in, and then I'm gonna go sit down, lay down on the bed.
Okay.
Sorry, forgive me. I gotta lay down for a few minutes.
No, it's okay. I understand.
Okay. Well, I'm standing in the doorway. I'm motioning to Syntax that we can talk in the hallway if need be.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, she exits then if that's the case because she's going to give Meredith a chance to relax.
Gotcha. Syntax, this guy that picked up the bounty. First off, we don't know if he's aware that Rusty is now Meredith, so I'm not sure if we have to worry about that or whatnot. But as far as this guy goes, I've got history with him. He goes by damn. His real name is Diego Stoyer. Trying to figure out what is Venom. Venom is his call sign nowadays. He's kind of a badass. And he's burnt on me for a couple reasons. Word on the street, and it's kind of unfair, is that I backstabbed him. But in reality, we were both put up for a promotion with the corporation, and I got his ass. I beat him, and I took it. And it's not anything about me backstabbing him, but that's the way it came out, and that's my lot in life right now. But anyway,
So,
that's his name. If you can find anything on him, that'd be great. I have no idea where he's at.
can Mac and I hear this conversation at the other end of the hall?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna grab Mac and we're gonna eavesdrop at the end of the hall.
Have I ever heard that name before?
No.
Either his real name nor that? No.
Have I?
Given that you're a fixer from this area, why don't you go ahead and roll your intelligence? And
That's what he looks like.
I believe your fixer skill. Yeah. Street deal.
Street deal. Okay.
He's like a black fucking Altair, I guess.
Wow.
Oh, you actually printed the image. Nice.
Yeah.
18.
Okay. You actually have heard of this guy. He's a very serious, no-nonsense contractor.
Okay, I'm gonna just whisper that to Mac. Like, hey, dude, I know this dude. I know that name. That's not somebody to fuck with.
Oh boy.
And here he's talking and bitching about me bringing on the problems.
So we're out of the frying pan into another frying pan.
Basically.
Maybe not the fire, because the Forsaken is probably a little bit more of a force to be reckoned with, but
Yeah.
But I can look it up. That's not a problem. If he's got a reputation, he shouldn't be hard to track down. Now I don't know about finding his base of operations.
That's fine. It's one of those things. It's like I said. I don't know if he's following me or whatnot because he doesn't know that Meredith now. I'm guessing.
can we
he
put
doesn't.
it? Maybe can we put it out there and say that
That Rusty's dead.
Rusty's ditched us in effort to keep us as her friends safe, and we haven't heard from her.
We could sure try.
Say that Rusty went to her family's tilapia farm in New Mexico.
Yeah,
And that's where she's at now. Yeah.
she's
Great.
growing the blue agave or something. Yeah, who knows?
So Locke,
enchanted.
in this idea planning, are you saying my girlfriend smells?
I'm saying that we need to send him the hell away from us.
And we can actually and we can actually be a little bit to the point of a little pissed off about it. Be like, hey, look, this bitch brought us into this, and now we're essentially in the crosshairs of a bunch of other people that we had nothing to do with this. I don't want anything to do with this. I don't want my family to do anything to do with it. And you know, if we put it off like that, you know, it can't hurt to kind of slough some of the association off.
I'm gonna get up and come to the door because I hear everybody arguing in the hallway or talking very loudly in the hallway.
Okay.
Have I overheard a fair portion of this conversation?
Probably. I mean, it's not exactly.
You probably just
super
can't hear
quiet.
me and Mac because we're down the hall.
Okay. I'm gonna come out. Hey, I was thinking, Locke, can you get in on that contract?
Now that's an idea.
I have the lines to do so. I haven't even tried to get in on that. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I can.
Because that might be something to think of. Maybe we can flip it around where you kill me. Or kill
so-
Rusty.
no.
You killed Rusty.
I
Well,
think she means fictitiously, hun.
Oh.
That still means we need a body, though.
Not only do we need a body, but I mean, it's not a bad idea. But if that goes south, we are all fucked.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm high. I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Also, I mean, our employer, he's got a moral flexibility, man. But if he finds out that we off somebody to get out of this, that's not gonna look so well.
I mean, I can always find us a body if we need a body.
Okay, that we're getting along the morbid lines here at this point. I thought that was one of the reasons why we were looking into Reconquista LLC, not to support them. Because if that's the case, we could probably just go buy one from them.
Well,
There's a light bulb that just went off in my head.
No, no light bulbs.
Look,
no
why don't
tilapia. No
why
smell.
don't we just put this to rest tonight? Meredith needs to sleep as it is.
Yes, she does. And with that, we'll
Yeah.
actually take a break because it's actually 8:00. So what I will do what I'm going to do here is just give us maybe about 10 minutes, and we'll be right back. I'd like to get you guys to mute your mics, and we'll bring up some bumper music. Okay, so we are back. Do you believe so? Yep. Okay. I'm just waiting for Hellcat to come back. We can go ahead and continue in the meantime. Of course, the screen is still like wigging out every so often. I apologize. That is definitely some sort of Skype issue. Oh, and she's back. And somebody has the stream turned up, which is fine.
I had it turned up while I was listening to something else, and then when I turned it back on, it takes a second to catch up.
Yeah. That happens. That's okay. So welcome back to ye old land of Cyberpunk. Oh, thank you, Doomblade. Actually, I picked up a pre-made pack specifically for like individual gamers off of the internet here recently. And when I saw it, I was just like, oh, this is going to be absolutely Cyberpunk. So I wanted to put something together that looked a little bit better than what we had before. And I'm really happy with it. So as soon as we can get past the Skype issues and I get that figured out, hopefully the plugin that reads to OBS will be updated here soon, so they'll stop that nonsense. But anyways, otherwise we are good. All right, so last we left off, everybody was at the house, and my wife is heading out for the evening. Bye.
Bye.
Everybody says bye.
Bye.
Love you.
Love you too. Y'all have fun. Did she just blow me a kiss?
I think so, yes.
I did.
Mwah!
I love your top.
She loves your top.
Oh, thank you. I like it too.
I like it as well. Anyway, so we're in the midst of a discussion regarding tilapia farming, killing off Meredith, and finding a way to get a corpse.
It's good times, man.
I'm gonna leave that conversation in search of Alicia.
Alicia's there. She was kind of eavesdropping a little bit because there was.
I forgot something.
She forgot something. But she's kind of eavesdropping because there's really nothing else going on. The TV was on, but it was just more background noise than anything. She wasn't really focused on it. She's in the living room right now.
I'm gonna kind of just crook my finger at her a little bit, back towards the bedroom that she shares with her and Jill.
She kind of like looks back and forth, and then kind of gets up and walks over.
So I'm gonna take her in the bedroom and shut the door.
Okay, so she looks a little uncomfortable. What's going on?
When can you go back to work?
I have bereavement, quote unquote, up until 2 more days.
Okay.
Why?
Because I need you to get files.
So I'm illegally getting information?
Yeah. I'm not gonna bullshit you. And I know that it's a risk. It's either get the files or get me on payroll. Which do you think is going to be easier?
I understand.
There is no one else that I can ask. There is no one else that has access. There is no one else employed to that company that I have any ties to. And it's not like I can ask Dane to go walking in for it.
Bye, hon. So what am I looking for?
I need files on Dane.
Okay.
I need proof. Something that goes beyond, just the visual. I mean, I need literally anything you can get me.
Mm.
And I wish that I could give you a better idea of what that is. But I mean, you're fucking smart, Alicia. I need anything that could be used in court,
Yeah, that's the
and
first
you're gonna
compliment.
know.
You know that's the first compliment you've given me in quite some time.
Yeah, well, it's true.
And it's to help Dane, right?
Yeah, it's to help Dane and it's to help Meredith. Rusty, whatever. Fuck.
Hmm.
You know who I'm talking about. You know the
I
situation.
know.
I'm not telling you that you need to cut your bereavement short. If you think that'll look weird, take the 2 days and mentally prepare for this. But this needs to happen as soon as possible. And obviously, I can't make any guarantees of your safety in doing this until you can get back with me. But I can't take you through that day, and I can't take you from their home.
So I'm screwed either way.
I can meet you downtown somewhere. If you can get in and get out, I'll get you out of downtown. If you do it well enough, hopefully nothing's noticed until you're gone. But this may be your last day of work. And honestly, from the way this company sounds, I would tell you to leave.
Fuck. Okay. I'm no good at this. I mean, I'm good with details, but I'm not the covert spy type.
You don't need to be.
That's always been more your thing.
You don't need to be. All you're doing is you're going to move files onto a disk drive and you're going to bring it. That's all it is. It's no different than any other meeting you go to. It's just a meeting outside the building.
But it's not that easy. Those files are encoded to monitor who accesses them.
Then I suggest you figure out someone else's code.
Great.
So either you figure it out or you give me a name of some of your higher ups. I'll make a list. I'm sure one of them at least will schedule an appointment with me. I'd really prefer not to go that route, since I already have a debt to pay out at Knight's Call for Meredith.
Why?
Because we had to come up with $100,000 to buy out her contract. And you know what I can do, and you know what people pay.
You're doing that for Meredith?
It's not just for her. Keeping her safe keeps us all safe. Her not being a target keeps us from being a target. And that includes you living in this house.
I get it. Why the venom?
Because I don't need your judgment.
It's not judgment. I don't do this sort of thing. This is what you and your friends do. I don't live outside the law.
Okay, are you telling me no? Because if you're telling me no, I need you to tell me right now, because if that's the case, I certainly have more work to do to find someone else that can manage this.
Go ahead and roll your empathy and intimidation.
$22.
Damn.
That's what happens when you have a... Would you tell me? What in intimidation? Make sure I did it right.
Empathy.
Yeah. Well, I have a 9 in empathy and a 5 in intimidation. So.
Okay. All right. She said, "Fine. No, I'll do it."
Thank you. If you need me there, fine. We can figure that out. You want to play spy? You can play spy. We'll hook you up with a headset and I'll talk you through it if I need to. But this needs to get done. So if you want to take these 2 days to figure this out, then do it. But tell me now so we can plan.
I said I'd do it.
I understand that. Are we doing it now? Or are you taking 2 days?
I can't just walk in there right now and do it.
That's
So
fine.
just
That's what I'm asking. Fine.
give me
Take the 2 days and think about it. Figure it out.
Anything else?
No. That's all you need to worry about.
Gee. Can I have my 2 days now?
Thank you. Yes. I will leave you alone for 2 days if that helps you.
So she just goes into the room at this point.
Yeah. I'm just gonna walk out. I'm actually gonna. Are they? Is everybody else still in with Meredith and Syntax talking about farming fish?
I went outside to warm up because it's cold in this fucking house now.
Brr, it's cold in here. There must be some rusty in the atmosphere. I said, brr, it's cold in here.
I don't know. I like the tilapia farm idea, man.
Is that
I
where
just said
everybody
it
is
was mine.
though?
Well,
I am resting.
yeah, so
Rusty is resting.
yes, Meredith went back to lay back down now that she had a bit of her say, and her face is angry at her for doing so. Everybody else is just whatever.
Mac, are you with Locke outside?
Yeah, probably.
All right, I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna grab a beer and come out to talk to you guys.
Okay.
All right, did you guys get things figured out with Meredith? She good? She settled? She resting?
Yeah, to the best of my knowledge.
Let me know otherwise, but as far as it sits right now, I'm just gonna if the topic comes up of Rusty, I'm the insulted, put into danger, thought you were my friend.
Oh, I was like, what?
I mean, unless we're doing something else, let me know.
Yeah. No, that's fine. If that's the path that we want to go and just, play the scorned lover role, sure. I'm happy to do that. Yeah.
And if she winds up dead, so be it. It's unfortunate. She was my friend, but I can't put myself out there like that.
Yeah, I can't have someone like that in my house. Fuck that bitch. All right.
Yeah.
Well, now that we now that we've got that covered, back to our regularly scheduled program here. I don't want to bug her about this, so I'll just fill her in, or one of you guys can fill her in after her downtime. We need proof of Dane's clone for the DA, and I'm sending in Alicia to get that. So I'm not exactly sure how that's going to go. We've got the next 2 days to kind of figure that out, try and plan that out. If you boys want to try and, pep talk her, you go for it. She wants nothing to do with me. She agreed to the job, and I agreed to leave her alone for 2 days. So
Gotcha.
we're going to need to really see her through this, and I have a feeling we're going to be escorting her home that last day of work. So that's where we sit on all that. Mac, did you decide if you want to see Rex before the weekend, or are you going to wait till the weekend? What day is it, Jerome?
We'll say right now is a Wednesday.
And I'm
Now,
supposed to go on Friday?
Whenever's fine. We can go now while Meredith's healing up, or if we want to schedule something even right now. I don't care.
All right, let me go text him and update Dane. And when I'm done with that, I should have an answer to know whether we're going to go tonight. And you want to go to the casino, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Locke, you down to go?
Yeah, man, absolutely.
All right, so I'm going to head in and grab Dane a beer and head into the garage.
Okay. So he's sitting up watching something on his tablet, just some video and whatnot.
Hey, you. Want a beer?
I'm never going to say no.
So I hand him the beer.
Okay.
How was your day?
My day was encompassed by 4 plaster walls, a door, a fridge, and a couple breaks to the restroom. How about yours?
Well, I got you a new nurse. She's pretty smoking. Got a bigger rack.
What happened to Rusty?
Rusty got a facelift. Put it that way.
Oh, okay.
And as far as the household is concerned, Rusty's gone. She took off.
Okay.
And
Gotcha.
we got nothing to do with her. So our new med tech is Meredith.
Meredith. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there backstory there that I need to worry about? Like, did she find me almost in disrepair and fell in love with me and fixed me up and whatnot?
Yeah? That's what you're going to go with? Okay. Okay.
You said she was smoking.
Mm-hmm. That's fine. I mean, if you'd like to make an alteration in our relationship, I mean, you might have to fight Syntax, though.
Oh, well, that's true.
Then again, they might let you join.
And look at that eternal scowl on your face, I think I'll pass.
Good boy. Well, after our little helicopter chase this afternoon, Jill got us picked up.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say, very, very nice driving. You were right. So put that on the record. You were right.
Okay, so clearly she's picked up some more skills since her and I hung out a lot.
She did great.
So good. I'm glad. I mean, I know she was really anxious to help and, you know, kind of repay what everybody's done for her. So it probably went a long way to helping her.
It was really good. She did really good, and I'm sure that we'll be using her again. We went and yeah. Sorry, I got distracted by his face. I just
got distracted by whose face?
Don't be jealous, Mac.
Dane is actually the background of my phone right now.
That's my honey.
Gene Manfield's on my phone.
Yeah, he's got a nice rack.
Anyway, we did a couple installs. We picked up the last money we needed, and we went and got that contract paid.
Okay.
So anyway, finished that, came home, and I'm just going to tell you now, before I take off again for the night, you know Alicia's going back to work
Mm-hmm.
on Friday.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be her last day at work.
Okay.
What's
going on? No one's talked to me about this.
Yeah, well, I just talked to her. So, we had that meeting with the DA,
Right.
right? And I told you how that went, right? We talked about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
Well, so then you know that he needs proof.
And you want her to get the proof.
No, I need her to get the proof.
All right.
And I know that she's not happy because she didn't want to do it, and I intimidated her into doing it. And
You could have asked me.
how? How could I have asked you?
I could have smoothed it over or something.
Well, you know what? It's her own problem. She can hate me. It's fine. I'm telling you so that you can talk to your friend.
You're for somebody who's been very like we're all together in this. You're kind of isolating her at this point.
No, I'm not.
You
She
just
wants
said
nothing
she
to
was
do
my
with
friend.
me. She is. She's not my friend right now. She certainly doesn't want to be. And I don't blame her for what I just forced her into.
Did you explain that to her? Or did you just intimidate that into her and pulled Teddy Pendergrass on her?
You know the answer to that.
Okay, so you just told her, you got what I need. Is that basically what you said to her?
Yeah.
Bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't. Look, I don't get it, okay? I'm sorry. I try and be nice. It doesn't always happen.
I know, but you're trying to be forceful in a very tense situation. I mean, I know why you need it. I know, why. I know how we need to get it in that sense of we're gonna have to sneak in or something and get it done. But don't alienate her like that. I mean, she's already had a rough time dealing with your background, and coming to grips with that. And I'm pretty sure she knows by now about you and I. Don't you think it'd be a little tough?
Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty tough when she left, so I got over it. She's a big girl. I'm sure she'll be just fine.
Come on.
Look, I gotta go.
All right.
I'm assuming we'll be back tonight, but it probably won't be till close to dawn.
Okay. Well, the usual. Just drive safe and be safe.
All right, take it easy. I'll talk to you later. Enjoy your beer.
I'm gonna.
I'm gonna leave.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna head out and text Rex and ask him if he's up for some group fun.
Okay. So you get a text back. Always.
I'm gonna text him back. Be there in 30.
Sounds like a plan. Bring the dessert.
Always. So I'm gonna go and tell the boys we're ready to go.
Load them up.
Alrighty.
I'll drive.
All right. I want to make a phone call on our way over there.
Okay.
I'm going to call Mason,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to let him know what's going on.
Not a problem. Yeah, I mean, just
I'm meeting up
the-
with Rex.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
want to let you know this is something that could have impact of the clan. I don't know what's going on yet. I'll let you know.
Yeah. He just texts back and lets you know, yeah, just keep him informed. And if something happens, we're not that far away.
I'll let him know we're meeting him at the casino and that kind of thing. And then
Okay.
I'll let him know when we find out something. Cool.
Alrighty. Seems like every so often I have to adjust these stupid cameras because of Skype. Alrighty. So, is that where you said you were going to meet him then? Was that the casino then, Jess?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you guys travel back out to the Rattler's Cove casino on the other end of town. Pretty chill ride. Not a whole lot going on.
Can we just assume that we've all changed into nicer clothes?
Yeah, of
Because I'm
course.
not walking into the casino wearing what I wore all day.
That's already assumed.
Mm.
And showered if necessary.
I'm sure it was necessary. We
Yeah.
were cramped in a car all day.
Because you don't want to smell like a tilapia farm.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Exactly.
Hey, she had your back on that one.
I know she did.
So you guys get up to the Rattler's Cove. You already know the setup. Still the same. There's security standing around out front. Guys walk in and check your weapons. Those get end up getting put away and tagged with your names on it. You end up seeing the three Quinn Stooges near the front lock. That you are now very familiar with.
Enhanced.
Yep. And they spot you. And they're like,
Hello,
"Oh,
lady."
take a look! It's Mr. Enhancements."
I knew this was gonna happen as soon as we got here too.
I'm just going to give him a wave and just, hi, girls.
Hi, Cat. So, are you down to party again, Locke?
No, I'm hanging out. I'm taking it easy today. Last time that was a pretty crazy ride. I need to lay off for a while.
Were these the ones that were there during the illicit escapade?
Yes.
Okay,
I'm going to like push him back a little bit and just, no, he's totally down. Go have a good time, man. You've been working hard all day, and I'm going to just push him in their direction.
Man, I told you guys she was a bitch, dude.
Just want you to have a good time.
I'll hang out, ladies, absolutely, but I'm not gonna imbibe today.
They're like, "Are you sure we got your favorite stuff, the nose candy?"
Ooh, I'm real sure.
Okay, go ahead and roll a cool check. So at this point, you're wanting to resist the urge of the drugs.
And that's on a D10.
Yes.
15.
It's seriously tempting. But you're okay.
As Doomblade was
Sweating a little
praying
bit.
fervently for a fail.
I know.
Yeah. Like, dude, you're killing me, Smalls.
I tried, man. I tried to do it for you.
We gotta think about my hot mom, man. She's
Oh,
gonna
I'll
be
think
let
about your
down.
hot mom.
Suddenly wrecks all of Locke's childhood memories.
It'd be nice
See-
to me. I'll go visit your hot mom.
Seeing Hellcat in bed with his hot mom. No.
But maybe that would push him into the drugs.
Probably.
Yeah, I would come right back over here.
Yeah. All right. So since he's occupied now, I'm gonna take Mac inside, and we're gonna go head in to find Rex.
Okay. So he's actually in one of the back rooms, similar to the setup to what you saw before, kind of just entertaining people. Several members of his particular gang hanging out around him. And he sees the three of you come walking in. And he's like, "So, kitty cat, this wasn't exactly the party that I was expecting, or you had led me to believe."
That's not true. I never clarified what type of group fun you assumed.
I guess I'll have to take that out in our next meeting.
Yeah, well, you've got me all weekend, so. You requested to see my nomad friend. This is Mac. Mac, you met Rex this morning.
Hello?
Formalities, yes.
So, Mr. Mac, how can I assist you?
I was under the impression you wished to speak to me. Remember, he pulled her off to the side and said, "I want to talk to him sometime."
Oh, he knows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
He's just a slick dude.
Right.
Watch out, he's really high in seduction. Just saying.
I'm pretty fair myself, but no.
I'd watch it.
I was led to believe that you spoke for your nomadic clan.
I do.
You're very tight-lipped for an individual who seems to have some issues with my gang.
I make it a point not to spill words where they could create problem.
Oh.
Not saying that there is, but the less words that are spoken, the less likely I am to anger, or you are to anger in the obverse. I'd like to keep a peace here. We are neighbors.
And that's all you wished, was just to be peaceful neighbors.
Maybe some potential in the future.
So then if you have business, discuss it. Being tight-lipped in this particular situation, as Hellcat, I'm sure, would agree, is not beneficial to anyone at this point.
Absolutely not. Well,
Oh, I get it.
we may have, as odd as it may sound, we may have people in my clan that have certain attributes or skills that you guys may need from time to time. And as long as we are on good terms, then perhaps we can exchange favors from time to time.
So what you were proposing...
I'm not looking at something to where I am reliant on you, though. Do not get me wrong.
That's quite all right. So if I understand you correctly, then what you are offering is skilled labor.
Absolutely.
Interesting.
With a mutual professional relationship, with terms of at least easy truce. I understand that we have a boundary, do not cross. Of course, if we were working for you in different aspects, we would be given permission for per job, I would assume. But it's better to be amicable with your neighbors.
I wouldn't disagree. Although, admittedly, I have two neighbors that I'm not going to be very amicable with here soon. But I think they already understand the gist of that particular deal.
Absolutely. And if there were a need to be a little incognito at points in time or another, those would be fairly high favors that you would be asking of me, but I think I may be able to accommodate.
Oh, I was speaking innuendo to Hellcat. I was unaware
I'm
that
not
you were.
speaking for Hellcat at all. That's her words.
Well, no, I was speaking innuendo. So, yeah, I mean, I'm sure there are nomads that would wish to watch, but I don't particularly want to share.
That's not my place to say, my friend.
So, skilled labor. I think we might have something that we can throw your way as a test to see if your clan measures up.
See what we can do.
Do you have
I'm not willing.
Do you have many supply vehicles? Something that you can haul cargo in?
Do I?
Very good question. Go ahead and give it a roll. See what you can recall off your memory. So intelligence at this point and your family skill.
I love when we ask Jerome something and he's like, I don't know. That's a good question. Like he doesn't know.
It would be natural 5, 20.
20. Okay, great roll. Yes, actually you do. It is something that it's one of the things that your clan is known for, primarily because you have to move around a lot. So you use it obviously for your means for just transporting the excess that doesn't roll. But when you need them for job duties or whatnot, you've got them as well.
Mm. Yeah, we do have some vehicles that we could do some hauling.
And just how morally sound are your clan members?
It varies.
So if I
I
gave
don't want to push the envelope too far, though. Personally.
Fair enough, although you will find that it is rather difficult to conduct business here if you're not willing to push that envelope.
I understand that.
He does have a point.
So if you can find...
I'm not killing anybody, and nor is anybody in my clan. That is a line I will draw. And I'm not saying you were insinuating that, but
I would certainly hope not.
That.
I was asking for storage vehicles. That would be a lot of individuals for your clan to kill.
Right. But what kind of things are we talking about storing? Drugs?
Potentially. I'm more willing to look at it as your nomads don't ask, we don't tell. Because if you're in the shipping business, it doesn't.
Can I have a little bit of course, our don't ask, don't tell. I don't want some of those things being found in my clan being used. If it's a storage thing, your lock. Of course, your terms. But I do not wish that stuff to be going rampant around my home and my family. I don't need that.
Well, we're not talking about that in particular at this point in time. I'm just wanting to make sure that I gauge the assets appropriately. I can't exactly have Little Miss Innocence wandering around attempting to poke their nose into where it doesn't belong and ruin potential deals.
We can be tight-lipped when need to be.
Then perhaps I can work a test run out with you perhaps in a couple days. We have something that will need to be moved and will be a good test to see if your clan can do it.
Okay. And just offhand, I will leave it at the discretion of my clan members, but the job that we did while dealing with you guys the other day, or earlier today, that's not exactly the kind of publicity, let's just say that, of what I would like. We don't have a lot of armament or anything else like that we would be able to combat any type of too craziest stuff going on.
Mm.
I'm sure you heard of what happened. And that's not on you. I understand that. Or whether it is, I don't even want to know. But that's beyond us. And but I just don't want. Hell, I don't want bullets flying at me, let alone at my family.
And that's fair enough. But
I do understand. I do understand, though, that I'm just not ready for anything quite of that caliber, literal and figurative.
Well, that's fair enough. But I think you'll find that you'll have to be armed no matter what you do here.
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't think of it any other way.
So did you have anything else?
No. Shall we exchange numbers then?
I think we could arrange that.
All right.
You'll have to forgive me. I don't have a business card because I don't deal in that sort of thing. But I'm sure if you whisper nicely
I'll
to Hellcat,
give him your number. Just for fuck's sake.
I was hoping you would just whisper it to him. No,
I ain't purring in anybody's ear right now.
I could make you change your mind.
Shut up. No.
Let's keep the claws of the cat in right now, at least.
Very well. So I'm sure we will be in touch here soon with the particular
Absolutely.
details of this task.
Very well.
Did you have anything else, Kitty Cat?
Well, I do have some unfortunate news. You're going to be disappointed to find that it'll just be me this weekend.
Oh, no, that is not what the agreement called for.
Well,
And you are not one to break deals.
now, my deal still stands. You didn't pay me that 10 grand because I hadn't confirmed it. I confirmed it. I got the money somewhere else. I don't need that money. There is no deal breaking. There just was no deal formed.
Very well.
Don't even try and catch me in that. I will see you Friday,
See me Friday for what?
the weekend.
Oh, there wasn't a deal, remember?
Yeah. You didn't listen. You and I still have a deal. The deal of me bringing a friend is no longer happening.
Well, I don't think we'll be needing your services then if that's how you're rendering the deal.
I it's no offense against you, Rex, but the friend that was going to be involved took a undecided turn elsewhere. We're no longer associating with her anymore.
I don't know what you want me to do. I can't bring a person that fucking ran off. So you either get me or you don't. You don't? Fine. You don't want to do that? I guess I owe you.
Go ahead and roll your cool and fast talk.
Who?
Hellcat.
Me. $22.
Okay.
Damn.
I had 16 before I rolled, so.
Nice.
She tells you no in her sleep.
We'll hold that thought.
Fine. Get back to me.
Of course.
I'm just gonna leave.
Okay. So she just turns and walks out and leaves you two there.
I'm following.
Okay.
I can look past the hotties in front of me and I see her taking off. I'm like, okay, ladies, gotta go.
Gotta go.
See you
No
later.
nose candy tonight.
That was such a bummer. I set him up so well for that.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks.
You're not going
Told
to play
you,
the
man.
bongos on the way out or anything?
I thought that was a given. All three of them, man.
Girl, turn around.
He's like,
Turn around.
he's like, tonight I'm fucking Phil Collins. I can hear it coming in the air.
Oh my gosh.
So, Meredith, there's a knock at your door.
Come in.
Okay. And Dane is hobbling in.
Oh, hey, how are you feeling?
Actually, I was coming to ask you that question myself.
Oh.
But thanks for your concern. I guess that's the doctor in you. So, yeah, they really did change you quite a bit.
Yeah, I got some, as Locke would say, I guess, enhancements.
Great tracts of land.
Yeah, pretty much. It's going to be difficult for me to play volleyball now, I guess. That
gonna
career
text-
is over.
I'm gonna text him that I'm headed back to the house from the casino.
All right.
On my way back, babe.
So he's like, yeah, I mean, I appreciate everything that you've done for me and done for us or whatnot. I was kind of hoping on the off chance that maybe you had any sort of information about Biomedica that I could kind of smooth things over with Alicia, because she's really taking this really hard. And Hellcat was kind of abrupt.
I mean, I can give you the information I have. I mean, I only worked there a couple years and I saw what I saw. I don't have any physical proof of it.
Well, whatever you can share with her, the only thing I can think of is maybe looking for, I guess, similarities or something so we could speed up the search process. Because, I mean, she's already super nervous about going in and accessing files that are probably going to tag her ID to it and put her in danger.
Right. Okay. I mean, I'll think of what I can and I'll get with Alicia and see if I can maybe calm her down a little bit. But if we can just get her in and out of there, I'm really worried for her too, because I was only in the room for a little while when I saw that clone before the security team closed in on us. So it's going to be dangerous for her.
And that's what I'm worried about. Okay. And side note, you're going to need new clothing.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
didn't
have
know
to.
if anybody had mentioned that. Everybody seemed to be all impressed about your changes.
Yeah,
Unless that's what you're going for. I mean, if that's what you were going for, the sort of like Daisy Duke shirt sort of thing.
yeah, I didn't have anything to change into, so I guess I'm gonna have to see if Syntax can order me in some more fitting attire.
I've got a feeling she's already working on that.
She's good like that. I'm sure she probably already is. She takes care of me.
And, you know, I just realized you're in bed, so you were sleeping, weren't you?
I was just trying to rest and recover while everybody's out doing whatever they're doing.
Gotcha. So this asshole is going to go back out to the garage then. If you need anything, I can hobble and try and help.
Okay. No, don't worry about me. Are you okay? Is everything feeling all right?
I mean, with the exception of things not moving the way they should be moving, I'm fine, I guess. I just need to get those replacement parts in. But obviously, you're in no condition to do that right now.
I mean, you should have seen the parts that I installed earlier today, though. I mean, it was a miracle. But that's a story for another time.
You didn't do anything like that with me, did you? You weren't like high or drunk or something and worked on me?
No. This is
Okay.
if we hadn't been in a time crunch, I really would have preferred to be completely sober when I was doing these installs. But
Oh,
it's what I had to do.
gotcha. I hope everything came out okay.
It did. It was a close call, but it was okay.
Installed an assault vagina.
Oh my gosh.
I installed a bear trap.
The beaver trap.
The beaver trap.
Clam
Okay.
trap.
Is there anything I can get you since I'm up?
No,
Outside of silence?
if you want to send maybe Alicia in if she's maybe feeling up to it,
Yeah.
I can try and put her mind at ease.
Sure, I can. Yeah, just let me go get her real quick.
Sure.
And he, hobbled out the door, and he looks at his cell phone at that point. And then, Alicia comes walking in.
Hey.
Her hair is down. She's just wearing kind of an oversized t-shirt and jeans at this point. She didn't dress up for really anything.
I'm gonna go ahead and kind of sit up on the bed. I'm just gonna scooch back so that I'm just half up, laying on some pillows.
Okay.
How are you doing?
Battling anxiety really bad right now.
Yeah,
I would
can
ask about you,
see
but
that.
I heard you had the thing.
Yeah. So I want to talk to you about what Hellcat has asked you to do.
Oh God. Okay. Shoot.
So I'm not going to bullshit you. What you're getting yourself into is going to be very dangerous. But I know you can do it.
You know I can do it.
I got out of there alive, and I can't fight worth a damn.
Just a reminder that she dated me.
Yeah, you were able to handle Hellcat, so I think you can handle this. Just
Gotcha.
know that when you do what you need to, you're going to have a very small window of time from the time that you complete the task to the time that you can get out of there. So don't try and stick around. Don't try and save anyone else. Just do what you need to and leave. Out of character, would there be any other information that I could give Alicia about Biomedica?
You could give her the information about the project that you were on, but really most you had was like vital signs and like the testing facility where its location was out in California.
Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and give her a brief update of those schematics of what the internal looked like, what the security system was like, how many people I would see on a shift, and just all of those particulars.
Okay.
I have full confidence in you that you can do this, but just don't try and be a hero. Just get the information and get out.
Oh, I have no intention of trying to be a hero. I tried telling Kat that I'm not the spy type. I'm good with details, but this is way beyond me.
It's not beyond you. You can do it. It'll be okay. And then we are going to we will destroy this company. We need you to get the proof. These fuckers need to go down.
No, I don't disagree. I'm really, really worried. And what am I going to do for work afterwards? It's not like I can use them as a reference.
Don't worry about afterwards. Just worry about getting the information. I mean, between the 5 of us, we will find you something. And just don't worry about all that. Just worry about what you need to get done. Just
Go.
focus and fuck everything else. But these people have destroyed so many people's lives and stolen people and created people and destroyed those people. These people are evil. We have to do something. Not to mention just them coming after me. I mean, you're close enough to Dane that and this whole situation that when they find out where Dane is at, like what's going to happen then?
No,
It's just
that's
a
why
matter.
I'm here. I figured they would tie the two at some point, and he can come looking for me.
It's just a matter of time. So while we have the opportunity, you need to get in and get out of there.
So go ahead and give me a cool roll with your persuasion fast talk.
E-
Dun, 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 dun.
Where's Oh, I don't have persuasion,
Oh,
Oh.
but I have a cool of 8. 16.
okay, not bad. So I mean, she cringes, but she reluctantly agrees, and so I'll do whatever I can, I guess, to find what I can.
Okay. I mean, it's going to be a means to an end, and it's what we need to do. I'm sorry that you got put in this situation, but honestly, if you think of all of the other outcomes that could happen, and at this point, if you didn't do this, you're just living on borrowed time anyway. We all are.
All right.
But I appreciate you putting yourself out there, and I know you can do this.
Well, at least there's one of you out there that does.
We all think you can do it. So
Rude. I even said that she could do this.
She
Proof
doesn't,
she doesn't
believe
listen to
you,
me.
though. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, but did you say it like Rob Schneider?
Exactly. You can do it. That doesn't sound authentic.
No, mine was more like Shia LaBeouf. Just do it!
Just hurry up and do it.
Waiting for.
Yeah,
What
what
are
are
you
you
waiting
waiting
for?
for?
Do it.
If there's anything that either I or Syntax can do in the meantime, but let me know, okay?
All right.
Okay.
Was that it? Did you need me to get you anything or something?
No, I'm good. But just thank you. If you can just take care of yourself until then. Try not to think about it too much.
All righty. So she gets up and walks out. And at this point, you guys are, come rolling back to the house.
Okay.
Oh, on our way back, I would have been texting Mason about what I had talked about with Rex.
Okay. So he'll let you know he'll be discreet and try to find some more trustworthy members of the clan to for this particular task.
Okay.
Where's Jill?
Jill at this point is crashed out on the couch. She has got a big 32-ounce cup of soda. She has a microwavable bag of popcorn, and she is currently Netflixing it.
And
Is she
chill.
awake?
The Cyberpunk version of Netflix.
But she's awake.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go just kind of flop down on the couch beside her. Hey, can I talk to you for a second?
She shows you her popcorn. C, no beer.
Good for you. Look, I know that I was hard on you today, but I need you to know that you did really good. And I am very proud of the effort that you put forth and what you did for the team today.
God, if that's you being really proud of me, I'd hate to see what happens when you're mad.
Shut the fuck up. Just take the compliment, okay?
Okay.
I don't
thank
give them
you.
out that often.
No, I know. But thank you. It meant a lot.
Well, get used to it because you're the new driver.
Shut the front
So
door.
I hope you're ready for more jobs than just today.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
Wait,
That
did like the team vote? I missed it or something, or?
no. I vote.
Oh. So
After
gotcha.
what you did today, I don't really see how any of us have any room to deny you a position, and that's the best position to put you in.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to go question them and you want to ask them if they think it's okay, I mean, go for it.
No. I will take your word for it. You are the fixer.
You did good, kid. I appreciate it.
So she reaches out and drags you in for a big hug.
I'm just going to kind of go stiff, but let it happen.
Yep. So she whispers in your ear, just go with it. We're big on hugs.
I'm just going to push her away at that point. and I'm just going to go chill out back.
Okay. All right. So she curls her feet up underneath her at this point with a big old plastered smile, and starts watching like Johnny Mnemonic on the Netflix and starts laughing. And she's like, they got it all wrong. Locke, are you doing anything now that you are back?
No, just hanging out, man. I think all my affairs are in order.
Mac made his phone call. Meredith is still trying to get sleep.
I'm gonna get up because I heard everybody come home.
Okay.
I'm just avoiding the garage.
Oh, alrighty.
And Alicia. So I'm just avoiding the garage and the hallway. The kitchen and outside seem safe.
Okay.
I'm wondering if there's more microwave popcorn that I could take home.
Oh yeah, there's a big old box.
Hey, can I buy a few of these off of you?
Absolutely. Got any cigarettes?
No.
Shit. So yeah, how about 10 credits?
Done. That's much better than the dog food that most of us eat.
Kibble.
Yeah. Oh, you only have kibble? This is Jill.
Yeah, typically. I feel guilty out here eating like I have been.
Oh, I am so sorry. Why don't you just
No,
take a,
not
why don't
for
you
you
take a
to be
couple
sorry.
extra then?
And thank you.
I mean, they're not exactly cheap, but there's still plenty of them. And I seem to be the only one that eats them right now, so go ahead.
I'm gonna come out down the hallway and hey, Kat, can I talk to you for a few minutes? Actually, maybe we should just have a chat with Syntax too.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah.
Jill throws that old product box that carried the stuff in it. She throws it at Hellcat and she says, "The jig is up."
It's nothing that serious, Jill. Just it's okay. just some. It's just some logistical things, and I motioned to my chest, like it's okay.
Okay.
So she shrugs. I was assuming batteries, but okay.
It's okay. I'm gonna
Okay.
shrug at Jill and just follow along.
Is Syntax in the room still?
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to go into the room and shut the door after Kat comes in, and I want to say, Kat, I am really fucking worried about Alicia. I think she might fuck this up. Do we have any kind of game plan that we can give her? Anything like we can?
All right.
Because I feel like if she is left to come up with her own idea of how to get in and get out of there, and what story she's going to give, and how she's going to get past security, that she is going to freeze and she is going to get herself killed, not to mention the rest of us.
Am I in earshot?
No, we're in Syntax room. Syntax, can you get me a list of hire personnel from Biomedica?
In the town? Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, in town, contact information, preferably somebody that you know is going to have security clearance.
That's going to take a deeper dive, but I mean, I can try and find that out. Yeah.
How long is it going to take?
I haven't tried to hack their systems before, so I don't know. But I'm imagining, given what we know, they're probably
More or
top
less
notch.
than 2 days. More or less than 2 days.
I'd be pushing it for 2.
Fuck.
I mean, unless you can find me a back door somewhere, like a swipe an ID badge or something.
All right. Well, I know that's my thought. That's my thought.
Is there anybody we can maybe have?
I mean, Dane might know somebody. Yeah, I can ask. Let me see.
Sorry, this is maybe out on a limb here, but do we know where Dane's clone is? Could we? This might be asking too much, but can we take out the clone and put Dane in?
Well, so, Sin and I talked about that a little bit, and she's not sure where he's going. I mean, it may be something where we can kind of follow and see, but I mean, you've seen Dane walking. He's hobbling like an old man.
I know.
It's his clone isn't going to be doing that. I've got 2 days. If in the next 2 days I can get close to somebody enough to either swipe their card or at least the login information that they have so I can give it to Alicia so she has someone else's name to use, maybe we can go that route. But that's going to depend on if they have a name, because I don't know anybody in there. And if Syntax can't figure it out by Friday, Alicia has to go in. So start praying that he's got a name for me. And I'm going to just head to the garage.
Sin, if you can find the most morally flexible or the shadiest person, maybe we can have Locke and Mac put him down for a little while. I'm not saying necessarily kill them, but I'm just saying maybe incapacitate them for long enough so we can use their information with Alicia, and then she can get in and out of there safely.
So, I don't think I fully understand the question. So, you want me to find somebody who's
shitty enough that I'm not going to feel bad about maybe hurting them.
for what? We're trying to get their ID?
Yeah, to get their
Okay.
ID. I mean, if we need to take an eye or some fingers for security clearance, I mean,
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I think I can do something like that. I'll check. I mean, that might be a little hard because I'm sure some of their more important people they help cover up. You know, but I'll see what I can do. I'll check police records and see if I can find somebody in their employ that's not as savory.
okay. If they need to take a permanent vacation, I don't want that on my conscience. If they are, you know, somebody's something and a good person.
No, I get it. I completely get it. Yeah, I'll see what I can do. I may be able to work on that.
Okay. Thank you.
One more thing before you go to
Sure.
wherever it is you're going. So I like the new clothing, or the look, anyways. Is that what you want to go out in public in?
No, if you could.
Damn it! Oh, I didn't say that out loud. Sorry.
If you could maybe work on ordering me something maybe a little bit more appropriate and a little less obvious.
Oh,
That would
yeah, I
be
get to
preferable.
shop for you again. I can absolutely do that.
Yeah, that
I
would
will
be
put
awesome.
I will put my 1-day shipping to the task.
Okay, thank you. That would be fantastic.
I will, however, if you don't mind, and pulls out one of the what the hell are they called again? It's the measuring tape. I am going to have to measure you. Don't say it
I
like
get-
that. I'll be careful.
Just, I'm a little bit more sore now than I was earlier, so just be careful. I think that bump Jill took took a little more out of me than I expected.
Okay, so then that means you have to take it off, and I'll turn on the music.
Okay.
So she turns on, and you hear, mea culpa from, Enigma or something. Just San Donwa. Oh, it's like super cheesy. And then she, of course, gingerly applies the measuring tape, to the parts that you had worked on. Then trying to scale up, obviously, a little bit because you're still swollen some from the surgery and whatnot. All right. So, did you guys want to continue on? It's 9:30 right now. Or did you want to go ahead and pause?
Probably, I'll be the buzzkill and say probably go ahead and call it, man, because I gotta go. I have to work tomorrow, actually.
Oh, yeah. All right.
No problem. Well, no, we got like 3.5 hours of, virtually problem-free gaming, unlike, last night. So I'm totally okay with that. If I can get you guys after the stream just to hang out just long enough, I want to run a couple things by you. As far as the streaming is concerned, I want to just check like where we're at settings-wise. So I want to see if I can debug the whole jumping in size and shape of the images on my side. Anyways,
do we call it a night then? As far as am I going home? Do I need to stay there?
That is entirely up to you.
Yeah, you could probably go home.
You will have
I'll do
more
that.
room if you go home.
What's that?
You will have more room if you go home.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've got popcorn and chocolate to take home.
This is true.
Do we need to roll for XP? I don't remember.
I believe we rolled for XP last time.
Oh, okay. I don't
Double check.
think I wrote it on my notes.
I don't know.
On-
You gave us a little bit, but I don't know if do we roll for it?
8/17 was the last date I have listed.
So that would be no. So we did not. So let's go ahead and roll for XP then. Because I know I gave you, there was something happened and I gave you guys some points in the chat. That's the one that you were talking about.
I don't think I've even been keeping track.
What we've received thus far, I have written down as 21.
Oh,
Oh.
I had 6, so that's a way better deal.
I also had 6 written down, so yeah, that is a way better deal. So maybe not.
Dang.
Well, if
Shame
it's
on
not,
you
we're
two.
going to go with that number.
Mhm.
I haven't added nothing in. I just
So go ahead and roll a d4, somebody, and add 1.
better be a 4.
Hold on. Ugh. Oh, can I? I can't. Yeah.
You
You
know,
guys
scratch
see it?
that. You know, scratch that. Don't roll a d4. Roll a d6 because this game takes more XP to level up and stuff.
Oh, he rolled a 4.
Man, I rolled a 4.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you roll lower than that on the d6, we'll give you that one.
All right. I rolled a 5.
Okay, so 6 points total.
6 points more.
6 points total for the month.
Woohoo!
And nobody has a birthday this month, right?
Not this month.
Okay.
November.
Okay.
March for me, man. We got a
Mine
while.
was in July. Did we get some?
We weren't playing some at that point. I don't believe. Not in July.
I mean,
we got to get it
character
grandfathered in.
Development.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so it's probably a good point to stop because Locke is jumping back and forth video-wise again.
Oh, I am too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens some.
That's what.
So anyways, okay, so we don't know when exactly we're going to be playing again because we have some stuff coming up at the end of this week. Did we decide, was it October 12th?
I think.
Yeah.
Because I think
I
we were
think
2
so.
weeks off
Something like
because of stuff that was going on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then tune in again for Cyberpunk on October 12th. We'll, of course, have the updates and everything posted there. Thank you again, everybody, for tuning in and watching, and I hope you guys have a good night.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Woohoo!
Bless you.
Bless you. Eric said bless you.